Look around, leaves are brown, and the sky is a hazy shade of winter. A hazy shade of winter. Look around, leaves are brown, and the sky is a hazy shade of winter.
Who wants to do the recap?
I can do it in a few weeks, man.
Sure.
All right. So last session, as soon as I get to my notes, we started where the shield guardian was getting a beatdown by one of these Feludes, these giant guardians of the city with their, large hammers and disgusting mouths on their stomach, really nasty things. So we run out there to save this thing and eventually dispatch it. And as we do, it turns to stone, thus realizing that that's probably what happened to the first one that we came across. We decide to head to the right of the city from where we were. Come across a statue of a human made of bronze, and it's got this. And there's just throughout the city, there's all these crazy things like prosperity through obedience, and prosperity through magic, and obey and love me kind of stuff. But eventually, as we're looking at this, I think it's who was it? Somebody notices one of these metal eyes that's watching us from around the corner, and it seems like there's something that might be watching us through these eyes. We make it to this large building that Gabar saw as he looked around, which he assumed was a library, and it wasn't, but it's a museum instead. So we decide next best thing, and we enter. There's all sorts of information around here. There's, more statues of Ariel Arthas. There's just statues of this guy everywhere in the city. There's cases dedicated to all sorts of different things. One of these things is these observers, is what they're called, these large metal eyes. And we also learn that the Netherese would use the souls of criminals to basically empower their constructs and stuff. So we get a little bit of validation that the Shield Guardian was once a murderer. But as we're kind of investigating, Illiken notices something before Big Smile sees it, and it turns out that this room is full of all these Nothics. And they kind of pop out as they notice us noticing them. And they're just all blabbering this nonsense, and it just doesn't make sense. They're just saying all this stupid stuff, but the more insightful party members realize that they're talking about maybe Errol Arthas is actually real, but he doesn't have a body, and he watches people because he doesn't have any eyes of his own. He has to use these metal eyes, and that he can't find the Nothics because they have metal forks or something like that. I don't really know. There's a lot of garbled mess in there. We try to convince them. Oh, and they mention a ritual, which is super important, and that the spire is protected by a ward. Quintus picks up on this, tries to convince the Nothics to tell us what's going on by bribing them with good berries. Doesn't seem to be going that well. V tries to invade one of their minds. This thing is just broken. Gabar thinks about what he knows about Nothics and realizes that Nothics are generally made from wizards who stumble upon like arcane forbidden knowledge, but thinks that maybe these ones are different. Maybe these guys use this corrupted weave too much. But the party kind of tires of their babbling and decides it's murdering time. So we dispatch the Nothics relatively quickly and easily, -1, who manages to flee out a window, and the party investigates the next floor, hoping to find a curator's office of sorts. We don't find one, but what we do find is a giant 30-foot tall. I have statue, but I think it was actually like a petrified corpse or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Like a
yeah.
preserved corpse of a Faerun. I mean, this thing is huge, giant mouth, big old stinger on the back end, real nasty thing. And there's this big old sign that says "Do not touch." So naturally, if he touches the thing, and the 4 large stone blocks, similar to the one that we saw in the Caves of Hunger, come to life. Turns out they're giant mimics. V has to float up into the air to get away from them, so that they don't eat her. And eventually they kind of go back to sleep after they think that, we're not going to touch this Faerun anymore. We look around the room. Now on the ceiling, there's a mural of Errol Arthas. There's text around the thing, more of these just magic is follow the light of leadership, embrace the arcane, magic unites us all is the one that's in here. And then there's 8 pictures of the other arcanists of the Evan Star. Your high conjurer, your high diviner, your higher enchanter, so on and so forth. While we're in here, we decide it's a relatively good area to bed down for the night. It's been a long day. So the dome is put up by Valen, and Gabar takes some time to cast some identify spells on things like the trophy, which is a lucky stone, and there's the metal wand is a wand of warning, and there's spell scrolls and such. And the party just briefly discusses what the plan is to go forward as we continue to adventure into the city, before finally bedding down. But as we do that, whoever is kind of attuned to the arcane notices that the magic here continues to be kind of twisted as the dome seems to not be all there. I have it, twisted in a metaphorical sense. So I think that's where we left off.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if there's nothing that we discussed, or if there's nothing to be discussed, during the rest, because I know you guys talked quite a bit. You guys can wake up in the morning, right? And you will recall. So I think what we'll do is we'll get the shot, right, of Icewind Dale, Rime the Frostmaiden, screen wipe, and we sort of slow pan in this because you guys are still in the museum, right? And we get a shot of was it V? Yeah, it was V. V sort of sits up and scratches her head, and just like a chunk of her hair falls out in her hand. And we sort of pan around to the rest of the party who's preparing themselves for this like adventuring day. And that is where we pick up. You guys are in this museum room. There is, you had a long rest. You feel stronger than you were yesterday. And yeah, what would you guys like to do?
It is the 4th, correct?
Shoot.
Hold up, sorry, my notes are over here. Yeah, of
'Cause
Marpanos.
I think it's been the 3rd for like a month.
Yeah, of Marpanos.
The only other thing I had written down from last session is that we talked about next steps, specifically that we got to build us a wand, and we need a nether oak in the arbitorium, and that we should also hit like the 6 other towers as well. Like those 2 things are kind of next steps for the crew.
Yeah, so I think the first thing that we were going to do was go to that observation tower,
Right,
that's
get-
directly to the south of us, get a
Get a
good lay of the land,
You're right, yeah.
then probably figure out our next step, which will probably be the arbitorium.
All right, well, no time like the present, I guess. We still got Avarice hot on our heels too, eh? That fucking ice dragon devil thing. We should probably Like the old dusty trail.
Now the alarm is gone.
Right. Fuck.
Unless
Yeah.
I want to go reset it. But that seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, I think we maybe just want to hit the observatory and get to going. Everyone's feeling good, eh?
As Farah wakes up, she notices that like some of the crystalline hair kind of under her is like shattered, kind of sitting on the
bit.
floor. And like at that point she gasps and just starts to kind of like collect some of it and just like put it in like her satchel.
Okay.
Guys, okay, you look pretty sick. I mean, I feel like it's not healthy.
Of course I'm fine. Don't have to berate me.
Not berating, I'm asking if you were like good to go for
I
today.
said I'm fine.
All right. Shit.
Take it from me, Safari. You don't want to keep it from the crew.
I'm not keeping anything.
Well, to the observatory we go then. Let's pack up and get going.
All right, so you guys make your way through the museum
Can you bring us
Uh,
over to the map again, Jay?
of Yithrin map. I can be on it and you guys aren't on it, and that happens a lot.
Ah.
Just where I'm looking right at it and you guys are not. So you guys walk down the stairs and into the larger sort of portion of the museum. You see the bodies of the dead Nothics that you've just slain the day before. And you can exit out onto the streets of Yithrin. Where would you like to go?
At a glance, when we get out, can we see any of the Watchers?
Make a perception check. You're sure that there aren't any in the vicinity right now.
It's like old Uriel Arthas is sleeping in a little bit. We should maybe make our way. I think just straight south to the observation tower, eh?
Yeah, so I mean, I imagine you guys can actually see it from where you are now because it's like 100 feet tall. It is just like a black sort of spire with a glass chamber hovering above the spire itself and just slowly rotating. And you can just see it from where you're at.
So that's where we gotta go.
Right then.
I bet that rotating chamber area has a really overpriced restaurant with a really good view, but probably bad food.
Very specific, but all right.
As you guys walk, you will walk past. You'll have to like cut through an alley to sort of get back to the main road. You were on the main road, but this like a building collapsed into the road, so you have to like go through an alley. And as you sort of go into this sort of dark alley, there's I sort of described this a little bit before, but the layout of the city and the way that the architecture of the city is very organic, right? It's like weird sort of archways that connect, like very much like the spire in the center here. That's like what all the fucking buildings in Yithrin look like, right? This big spire in the middle. So you go, there's like archways that sort of hang over the alley. And I think maybe Illican might notice this because he has like a really high perception.
Although since our last level up, I have 18 passive perception now.
Okay, so you might notice it as well then. So scrawled on this wall where you are, like as you're walking past it, is just like this rough sort of carving of like words, letters probably in Loros, but it's written top to bottom. The entire wall is covered in this writing, right? And it's like, it's not even like in nice neat lines, it's like fucking sporadic all around, but it seems to say the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, can you go read that and tell us what it says?
Yes, certainly, of course. This says, his rule knows no end. His rule knows no end. His rule knows no end. His rule
All right,
knows
that's enough.
no
Thank you.
end.
Thank you.
It just says his rule knows no end over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Some bigger than others, as if someone had written it a bunch and then ran out of room, so started writing on top of it in even bigger letters. And it's not writing, it's scratches.
Yeah, I was gonna say those Nothics have claws. I don't really know if they left the museum much, but this might have been them.
Let's just keep pressing on.
So you guys make your way to this area, right? So before you is the devastated remains of a once majestic facility that sprawls out before you, coated in snow and ice. Fragments of crumbled walls, jagged glass, and the skeletal framework of ticket boxes peek out beneath piles of stone rubble. Grand staircases ascend to nowhere, and the destroyed remnants of large, sailless boats appear as though they are clawing their way out of the debris. 3 of the 4 resplendent towers that once adorned the corners of this square building are reduced to mere ruin. Some halved and others obliterated entirely. However, amidst the wreckage, a lone spire defiantly pierces the frozen air above you, reaching a height of over 100 feet tall. A faintly rotating glass chamber hovers above the spire's ruined summit. 4 pointed pillars clutch the chamber's walls, giving it an appearance of a colossal floating crown. At varying heights and intervals between the remaining spires are the shattered remnants of levitating platforms that linger midair. Some are just disconnected completely, yet somehow remain suspended, defying the laws of gravity. So, in layman's terms, this whole place that you're in is completely fucking leveled. There is nothing left of what this place used to be. There's like sailless boats all over the place. Some of them are crushed with rubble and stuff like that. There are ticket boxes and stairs that lead to nowhere. And there are, on each corner of this square building, there used to be 4 towers. And connected in between those towers were a bunch of different platforms, like bridges. And now most of them are destroyed and just hover in midair by themselves. There you go. That's where you guys are.
Is there a way up the spire to the one remaining that's standing?
You'd have to climb over piles of rubble and stuff. You'd have to go over there.
Yeah, sure. I'll start to head in and traverse whatever rubble is there to look at it, check it out.
So again, there's some facility remaining, right? There's still walls in some spots that have crumbled down, and staircases that maybe descend down that are full of rubble, and some that go up that to nowhere. It's like a whole building that you have to sort of walk through in order to get to this spire. Even though it's a pile of rubble. Okay. So while you guys are sort of walking through the rubble, I think you might notice, sort of covered in frost on the ground, you'll hear like a clink under your boot or something. And as one of you investigate it, there's a bronze sign that's covered in rubble and frost and shit. And if you sort of dust it off with your foot or something, in Loros, it reads Market District with an arrow that sort of points in whatever direction it's laying on the ground now. And another thing that you might notice is there's like a partial wall still standing, and there's this sort of cracked mosaic mural, right? And on it, there was this large creature, humanoid-looking creature, that is made completely of gold, and it's like gold, because it's a mosaic, so there's like gold things on it, right? Little blocks or whatever they use for tiles, and it portrays this like giant gold sort of hunchback thing with this like golden mask on, right? That's almost featureless. And it's very reminiscent of like a mummy that you guys have seen before. And it will say underneath of it, see the library golems at Yithrin's library. Or Yithrin's grand library. There you go. Something like that.
See the what golems?
The library golems.
Oh,
Fuck, we really should have followed that thing we found in the Caves of Hunger. Probably went directly to the library.
You were busy at the time.
A little,
Um,
but
good to know that there was even terrorism in Yithrin.
We even know what a library golem is, kid.
I'm assuming that there's something that is found in a library, which is exactly where we should be headed. Library golem? No, I have no idea what that is, but
I mean, I assume just librarians like to be paid for their services, whereas golems don't really care.
All right, well, let's get up there, see what we can see. You got a map of the city.
Sure. You have to like go around a wall, and you will pass a sort of pillar, small, not a pillar. What is it called? Like a podium kind of thing. Obviously, it's some sort of decor that has remained, and on it is a sort of crystal ball that is set into it and cracked. And as Gabar, I think you might like walk past it. A illusion sort of springs forth out of it, as if projected by this glass thing, and it's like a poster on the wall. It is the symbol of Eriolarthus, right? That sort of shape that we've seen the symbol before, right? But instead of at the top, it looks like there's an eyeball on Eriolarthus' symbol. This one is the symbol, except it's surrounding an observer. So the observer is part of Eriolarthus' symbol. And at the bottom in Loros, it sort of is like rotating around it, like a Saturn, like the Saturn's rings. And it'll say, always do your part. Eriolarthus is watching. Always do your part. Eriolarthus is watching. And it like flickers and blinks, and as soon as you get away from it, in like out of its range, it will flicker out of existence. So yeah, the only other thing that you might notice as you sort of traverse this area is that there was probably at one time a huge glass ceiling that completely like covered the square building, but it now lies just shattered in the ground and covered in rubble and ice. But if you can inspect it a little bit, it might catch one of your eye. It appears as though there's an illusion cast on the glass that it makes it look like a clear blue sky. and it lies in shattered pieces on the ground, still with a little bit of that illusion magic hovering in it. Very like Harry Potter, the dining hall.
Great
right?
hall,
Yeah. Very cool. Is there anything that you guys want to like explore specifically here before we move on to the tower? Because you're getting close enough to it. There's a couple of like crashed boats.
Yeah, I think that I would like to at least investigate, because this is the same ship we saw at the entrance to Cave of Hunger. I'm assuming.
It appears so, and there's dozens of them.
Yeah.
Like this place is chock full of ruined ships. Sure. Make a investigation check.
Yeah, I want to at least investigate one. Take a look inside, see if there's anything cool. That's right.
Pretty cool. You notice one of these overturned ships that has a huge stone block that fell on it, right? And it very obviously killed the occupants because there are like frozen, shriveled limbs that can be seen from beneath, like skeletal limbs beneath this overturned boat, right? And as you like walk up on it to see, oh, what's up with this? You can hear a tiny mechanical ticking.
Anyone hear that noise? Like
Yep.
Big smile. I think you're tall enough to see on the other side of the boat. You will see that something is very small is shifting on the other side of the boat from where you guys are at. Very, very small.
We got some movement over there, kid.
you should probably go kill it if it's something that's trying to eat us, or I don't know, what is it?
It's too small to have a stomach and teeth, but I'll check it out. Can I prop myself up?
Yeah, sure. You can look over the other side, and upon investigation, you will find a tiny humanoid shape, maybe this big, like 8 inches tall, probably, right? And it is made of like frozen bronze, and it's some sort of tiny, teeny tiny construct, right? It's hard to see from where you're at. You have to really get up on it to tell what it is, but it carries a tiny stone and moves away from where the boat is and sets it down, and you will see that there is a sizable pile of tiny little stones that this thing is adding to. And as soon as it drops the stone, it turns around, heads back towards this boat, and shifts through the rubble, picks up another tiny stone, and walks it over to where this pile is and drops it off again.
Robo Chewinga.
Yeah,
Robo
weird looking
Chewinga.
Chewinga.
Fucking Wally.
It is like a robo.
It is Wally.
It's very, very small. It's very small.
I'll relay all that to the party.
Sure.
You think after all these years, you would have at least got a little bit of headway on the place.
You know, it's pretty damn small. Looks like it's doing its best.
Sure, you guys want to check it out a little closer?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think so. I'm curious.
Sure. I forgot to upload the handout, so I'm doing it right now. Oops. Oops, sorry, guys.
What did Ariel Arthur's tower thing say? Like, what was with the observer on top? The saying spinning around?
Always
Do
do
your
your
part,
part.
or Lothros is watching.
Yep.
Thanks.
So as you guys like investigate a little bit closer, like you all come around to the other side of the boat, you will see a tiny clockwork wizard toy.
Oh.
It's some sort of teeny tiny construct, and it will just march its way over, grab a little piece of rubble, and move it over to where the pile is. And it, like I said, it's a fairly sizable pile of tiny rocks.
Is this where shield guardians come from?
I don't think they
One-
grow.
They grow up big and tall.
Is this like intended, or did like a big city construct get shrunk down when shit went crazy?
Hey there, little guy. If we try and talk to it, does it like interact with us at all?
It
Or
just
That's
continues working.
yeah.
Oh, it's got a little drill hat. Oh my gosh.
Aren't you just the cutest little thing? I mean, I don't know what it's programmed for, but it's doing a good job, I guess.
It looks like it's trying to clean the place up. They might have used these to keep the place tidy back before it was filled with rubble. I don't know.
You will see that he is purposefully unburying this specific boat.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's trying to get to his dad.
I know he's little, but like 2,000 years. I feel like he should have done it by now.
Do we help him see what's buried under wherever he's digging?
We got more pressing matters than helping some mechanical toy, I think, but
It takes less than 20 seconds, sure.
Oh, there's a big ass rock that, like, a whole stone block has fallen on this boat and like completely obliterated it. It would be fairly difficult and maybe a little time consuming to get this boat unburied.
Fuck, good thing we. Yeah, I'm with you, Gabar. I think we
Let's-
just go.
we can check back another 2,000 years and see if he's made any headway.
Cool. Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
He just doesn't even pay any attention to you whatsoever and continues moving his little rocks back and forth. I will say, I think, Quintus, you will have noticed that sort of it's long faded now, but you can kind of tell that painted on his back is a word. And it's written in very rudimentary version of Loros, right? And you can have it deciphered to mean it's a name. It says Kozin is the name. It's very much Andy on the bottom of the boot kind of thing. But anyways, do you guys want to investigate any more boats or just move on? Because there's dozens of them. Like I said, there's a whole shitload of these boats. You could look through them. You could spend all day looking through them.
I'd like to maybe pick up a small piece of this glass that fell down.
Yeah.
That has the sky on it.
Mhm.
If I like look at it, it obviously is the sky, and like I could turn it around. Is it glass on the other side?
Yeah, it's just glass on the other side.
Sweet. I'll just look to my left and to my right and just like slide it into my satchel. Very sneakily.
Okay. All right, cool.
All these boats that are crashed, are they full of bodies? Like, does this look like there was
Some
an
of them.
evacuation going on? Or okay.
It's some of them do, yeah,
them
have
are?
bodies in them, yeah, for sure. And there are a couple of skeletons around with crushed under rubble or whatever. This is obviously a very populated place that just like completely fell.
Yeah, I don't know if these people had any warning for an evacuation.
We still don't know what caused the whole city to malfunction and
The spindle.
fall, did we?
The spindle sucked up the magic that held it aloft.
You can't
Yeah.
activate a mythalar with the spindle active,
That's right.
and that was keeping the city afloat.
How did they
Poor
get the spindle?
fuckers. I don't know.
That has yet to be determined.
Just living their lives one day and then their house comes crashing out of the sky.
Think these people are happy, Gabar? The silly Arthas dude seems kind of like
It's got pretty dystopian vibes to the place, but I mean, it doesn't mean that it's not couldn't be happy living your life. You know, sure, it might be miserable at times, always being watched, but they all had their hopes, dreams, loved ones, probably.
I mean, it was an apartheid state. It wasn't good.
Just living.
We can ask these dead bodies questions later. Looking at V. Let's get up to this fucking observation deck.
Sure. So you guys can, make your way through. I basically described all of the important things that you would have noticed. To the base of this tower. So this cracked stone spire rises 120 feet from the ground. At the base, and I will say, at different levels, there are like holes in it where pieces of platform came out, but now are like crumbled and ruined, so that, but it appears as though like if you made a dotted line, you could find where there are just floating platforms in the middle of the sky where they might have connected to at one time. It's like it's as if this area that you're walking through and the spires weren't like the main attraction. It was these platforms, but it's all fallen to ruin now, so it's just hard to say what exactly the deal was with it. But at the base of this remaining tower is an ornate and organically shaped sort of archway, but it's choked with rubble and debris.
You mentioned like ticket booths outside as well.
It appeared like your brain would assume that that's what they were.
Yeah.
From the sort of skeletal remains of it. Yes.
Does it seem like there were like lectures or stuff here or anything, or is it just like the Empire State Building? Here's $30. Let me go to the top.
Make an investigation check.
Whoops.
Yeah, you have no idea.
A small concert venue.
I will add bukus of these boats.
I'm starting to think maybe this is like the port that maybe they got dropped off on when they came to the city from the ground. I don't know. I mean, like, growing up in a port, I've seen this many ships in the water, but that's just my guess.
So yeah, spire with an archway that leads inside, and it's got a pile of rubble in it. But I think the perceptive of the bunch may notice that you can sort of see the other side past the rubble, as if it's not impassable.
Sapphire, I think this is a job for us. You too, Elkin.
Yeah, Illican will agree, and so will, and the Shield Guardian will help as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. Shields, you give the old tuck and roll here.
Yeah. So you guys want to start clearing out rubble?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Why don't those of you who are clearing out rubble make an athletics check? Eric, you have control. Control. Oh, don't like that. Nathan, I can hear myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eric, do you have control of Illican's sheet?
Yes.
All right, roll an athletics for Illican. You might have to help me with him too today.
Sure thing.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, very good. And I'll roll for the Shield Guardian. Okay, so with the way that you guys are moving and as good as you guys are rolling, it's going to take about 20 minutes to clear this away enough to get through. which isn't very long in the grand scheme of things. So you guys just start clearing out this rubble.
Sapphira is like every now and again just looking kind of like right behind her just in case.
So that leaves like V and Valen and Gabar and Quintus just standing around. What would you guys be doing?
Definitely like just keeping watch for like observers or weird creepy crawlies that are trying to kill us.
Okay.
About how high up is it to the first of these towers or like platforms on the tower?
60 feet is the first one, and they go from there. They are intermittently dispersed from there. I think there's a total of. Oh no. Actually, I think there's only two. I think there's only one on this one. There's only one on this one. It's 60 feet up. About halfway up the 120-foot tower.
Okay.
Quintus, can you make a perception check for me? While you guys are digging out the rubble, after about, I don't know, 8, almost 10 minutes, you're about halfway through. Quintus, you notice an observer sort of float into the vicinity, and he's like not being stealthy. You know, it's not like this thing's trying to hide from you guys. It just hovers into the midair and stares down at you guys.
All right, everybody do your part.
Look how hard we're working.
I think after maybe a couple more minutes, maybe 3 or 4 minutes, it'll start to get a little bit closer. Because at that point, it was maybe, it was up in the air near where the platforms were, right? Now it's like within 30 feet of you, just watching.
After Gabar eyes up that tower, which probably only take a second or so, can I actually take a moment and kneel down and get out my dice case and make a quick roll for augury?
Sure.
And I would like to ask whatever being in the void is listening, if we were to return to the ice chasm crossing and wait there would we run into a devil in the next 30 minutes?
And you sort of get your dice, you roll them out, and the answer is probably no. You won't encounter anything.
So it's all woe or wheel then. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So he hasn't found it yet, so that's good.
Okay. Are you guys doing anything about this observer, or it's just watching?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like this, but destroying it probably isn't going to get us anywhere.
Yeah, I was gonna like kind of sneakily ask that to whoever's moving this rubble. Like as we're kind of moving, like, fuck, should we try and just like huck one of these at this observer? Like, is it worth trying to knock this thing down or?
You're asking me.
Oh, fuck, yeah. Illican, Shield Guardian, yeah, I don't know. This is, yeah, know your audience. This is the right crew to ask.
You guys get almost finished with completely clearing out the rubble. You have enough where, you had enough after a little while for Gabar to make it through, but for everyone to make it through, you got maybe like 2 or 3 minutes, a couple more rocks to move out the way when another observer appears. This one higher up, and they like curls from around the spire like it was elsewhere and it's come to watch you.
I think at this point, I'll let the Shield Guardian do the real heavy lifting for the last little bit and kind of saunter over to Gabar and take some of my water and ask, what do we think, kid? Or all eyes on us here. Is it worth trying to
I
dispatch
think
of these
with
things?
two of
or-
them watching, you should get back to work because it doesn't look like you're doing your part right now.
I get a mandated 15-minute break every half hour.
I don't think there are unions in this place, but I'm thinking that we might have caught the attention of whoever's running these things. My guess would be Ariel Arthas, however he's still alive. I think attacking them would be a poor choice, though. Best be on our best behavior for now until we can figure out more. And just don't cause any trouble.
And I agree. I think that's why Ilior Arthas is the best archmage leader of all time. All
Make a
right,
deception
good
check.
talk.
Great. You were fine until you did that.
Oh wow, actually, okay.
I mean, fuck, I'm working hard. I'm doing my part for Ilior Arthas here.
I
Yeah.
mean, while they're here, do we want to send a
I'm doing
message to
my
whoever's
part.
watching? Because, I mean, the way I see it, we're not doing anything wrong. This place has been abandoned for thousands of years. I mean, it's not really grave robbing, it's archaeology.
What kind of message would you send?
Just, if you want us to stop, tell us, but we're not doing anything wrong by the way we see it.
Do have a Loros translator for us if we want.
Sure call. I don't know if it'll make a difference.
That's what I'm thinking. Worst case scenario. I don't really know what the worst case scenario is.
Ariel Arthas comes from his tower and kills us all in one fell swoop.
Or Skint starts thinking he's more important and playing a bigger role in our party composition here.
I still got tongues. I can replace them whenever I want.
You hear that, Skint?
I'm just trying to say, not, purposely cast spells down here.
Fair.
Whatever. I guess we'll just keep watching while they hang out.
Okay. You get the last stones out of the way, and all of you can make your way into this chamber if you wish. You still have to climb over some rubble, but it's enough for like a medium person to hunch over and get in.
I'll help shepherd people through as they need.
Inside of this tower, we're going in, right?
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Inside this chamber is an elegant black stone staircase that coils around the interior walls. In the center of the floor are 5 cracked circles of carved arcane runes that faintly glow and flicker with a golden yellow flicker with a golden yellow. Yeah, I think that's right. So circular tower. There's a set of stairs that just winds all the way up. And there is a 5 circles, arcane, yellow, glowing, slightly flickering, tracked magic circles arranged in like the 5 dice pattern, right? 4 on the outside, 1 in the center.
Do these look like teleportation circles?
You can check out one at a time.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll go to just whatever the nearest one to the entryway is.
Okay. We'll say that's the bottom left one.
Okay.
If you're thinking of like a 5 dice or 5 die. Make an Arcana check.
Yeah.
Okay. You do recognize some symbols of conjuration. I think that's right.
Do these look dangerous?
Yes, conjuration. They're flickering. I mean, you got a 12, so I don't know how well you can tell what's wrong with these things, but there are some of them flicker more than others. This one specifically is like blinking a lot and fades down for a while and then fades back up and blinks some more. This specific one.
If I had to guess, I'd say teleportation, but with it being broken, for lack of a better term, I would be wary in stepping into it, unless someone here would like to be our scapegoat.
Valen will just sort of almost aggressively like step in front of you and be like, I'll handle this. And she's gonna like take a look at it better than you. Roll an Arcana for her, Eric. Do you have her sheet?
She rolls a 1.
That's what you're gonna do it for?
No, I'm not gonna do that, but
All right. She got a 20. She got a 23.
All right.
And she will say, yes, it's very apparent that they're conjuration and that they are teleportation circles. It appears as though they would bring you elsewhere in this facility. This one, however, is too damaged to be used. I'm not sure about the others. I'd have to look at them.
Sorry, well, seems like you're better at this than I am, so
Don't question my authority again.
all right. Fuck.
You just take about 10% off her there, Glenn.
I am not one to be talked down to.
By all means, lead on.
Well, she's gonna go look at another one of them.
I'm gonna wait till Big Smile walks up next to me and just be like, fucking push her in the next one.
Okay. She walks over to the one right next to. So we're doing bottom left and bottom right of a 5 die, right? Make that check again, Eric. Okay, she's not so sure about this. She doesn't know if it's gonna work or not. Like, yeah, this one's harder to tell. There's a crack, see, forming here. Just sort of put a finger down, like over towards where there's a crack running through it. I'm not sure if it'll interfere with the arcane nature of this.
Sorry, where's that crack again, Bled?
She'll point to it.
As she like leans in to show me, I'll hip check her into it.
Yep, you hip check her, and she falls flat onto the ground, onto the center of the symbol. It is also too damaged to be used. She will get up in a huff. How dare you!
You're right. You are good at figuring out if these things work or not.
I cannot believe this. What if it was dangerous? What if I could have gotten hurt?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with her on this one. What the
Are you
hell was
plotting
that? That
against
could have
me?
Exploded.
Oh, come on.
This is sabotage. I knew it. I knew you were trying to sabotage me from the beginning. Make an insight check. Make an insight check.
I was just gonna ask him, but this seems like a little out of character.
Yes,
2-4.
it does. It's almost delusional.
Oh. Any way to like ascertain, like, is it just this place and like how magic she is that's like kind of fucking with her? Or like...
You don't know. You don't know, man.
Yeah.
But you know that she's like, especially when she said that like Gabar was talking back down to her. Gabar didn't say a fucking thing to her.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, like at least this is kind of justified, but like before.
Right.
I mean, Gabar is keeping his mouth shut because he thinks that was hilarious. So,
but it's very much like the Spider-Man meme. She's like pointing at everybody, like,
Yeah. All right, let's all just keep our cool here. I'll try and placate her and talk her down a bit.
Valen, we got a devil and avarice breathing down our necks. Now is the last time we would turn on each other.
she sighs. She's just gonna turn around, like just sort of just stand in the back. And as she like walks away, she'll hold on to the necklace, and the shield guardian will like stiffen up.
Oh.
She can't turn him against us.
Hey, Quintus, remember when you got bit by that kid?
I remember. Yeah.
I think this is her kid, man. Something's not right. Something's going on.
As soon as Bolin kind of like passes by the rest of the party, Sapphira kind of like eyes her and kind of like holds onto her bag at one point, just watching her as she kind of just like goes past.
Yep. There are 3 arcane symbols on the ground left and a stairwell.
I'm just gonna help Gabar with the rest of these before we start another fight.
Yeah, I'll go to the middle one and try to just investigate that one then.
Yeah, make a Arcana check. You have
Maybe
advantage.
given the help action.
Okay. So I'll tell you that this one, it will work. But it is so heavily damaged that there is a chance that you will shoot a little bit off your mark. But it's a chance. Like you could nail it first try, but
like a
because of the way
teleport
kind of, yeah, it's flickering in a way that's like it's not directly linked. You might be north or south a certain amount.
Isn't the platform we're trying to get to 100 feet in the air?
60. Oh, yeah, the 120 for the top platform.
Yeah.
Fuck. And sorry, there's stairs here. Do the stairs go all the way up?
It seems that way.
Oh, fuck, man.
It's a lot of stairs. I'd rather take this circle, but I don't want to miss.
You're really gonna trust this thing over stairs?
That's a big miss, kid. When's the last time you did cardio anyways? Come on, I'll push you on my back if we need.
Fuck. Walking through the tundra's cardio, fine. I'm on your back. Let's go.
Yeah,
You were riding sleds.
Oh,
right.
give Gabar a piggyback up to the old shoulders. Yeah, but this is even too dangerous. Let's just tough it.
Okay, you guys want to start walking up the stairs?
Yeah, I'll go up with Big Smile.
Okay. So you guys can start making your way up the stairs. Takes you a little while. None of the stairs are too damaged to walk on. But you will notice that actually one section is like cracked so much that you feel like any amount of weight might like destroy it. But upon closer investigation, it appears that these steps have long since cracked and fallen away and are just levitating in air. And, you put a foot on it and sort of put some weight on it. It's solid as a rock. So you can still make your way through, even though the stairs are damaged. Some sort of magic is supporting them. Because they do just sort of, there's no handrail, there's no pillars that hold up this stairwell. It just like sort of hugs the side all the way up. You get about halfway up and there is a landing with an archway very similar to the one that you just did, and it leads out to a platform that just dies. It maybe extends out 20 feet and then just dies. There is, further away, another piece of that same walkway that's just floating in midair. You can continue your way up all the way to the top. The top sort of set of stairs is icy and slippery. So you sort of carefully climb that and you reach the roof of this tower. So the roof of the tower, there is a malfunctioning yellow arcane circle on the roof, as well as 30 or so feet. Wait, is it on the roof? No, I think it's in the chamber, so it's not on the roof. It's not on the roof. I changed my mind. I'm sorry. However, floating 30 feet above you, above the roof, is the bottom of this glass sort of chamber. With the panes are shattered. It says glass chamber has a few shattered panes and slowly rotates 30 feet above the roof of the spire.
So we got to go 30 feet north from where we are
Up.
with no stairs. Yeah.
Yeah, with no stairs. Yeah.
I mean, it's also just a big glass box, right? There's no openings.
No, there is for sure.
Oh, okay.
There's a doorway on one of them that sort of slowly rotates, and then there's shattered panes and stuff. Like one of them is completely
Okay,
blown
so you
out.
don't have to teleport in.
No, you
We
don't
can't
have to
see
teleport.
inside of this from 30 feet from our
No.
viewpoint.
No, but you can tell the floor is glass and there's stuff in there. But you can't. No, you can't make it out specifically.
Well, I can't see in there, so I can't put anyone in there. So unless someone else has a way to get in.
I mean, yeah, I got a couple ways. That's kind of personal thing. Not like personal, I won't tell you, like it'll only get me up there.
Can I get you in a rope up there?
Yeah, I'm not very strong, so I could probably get, Pelican or Sapphire up there. And then I'm just climbing a rope on a rotating thing 100 feet in the air. It'll be fine.
And we're all the way here.
No, it will be fine. I got you guys covered.
But we got to climb a rope dangling over the side of a tower into that. And you slip and
You'll be fine. I got you.
And we always got a griffin with us, worst case Ontario too. All right, what are you putting up there, Quintus?
Probably Illikin because he didn't explode at me first thing this morning. I mean, he thinks that to himself. He doesn't say it.
Right.
But yeah,
Right.
he'll yeah, I'll just burn the higher level spell slot and get us both up there so he's not alone.
Okay.
I'll dimension door up to one of the nearby openings with Illikin.
Okay.
Get up there and try to get my bearings, make sure we're the only ones in here.
Sure. So you teleport to this. I think there's only one opening, and you sort of teleport to into this opening. What does it look like when you dimension door?
Yeah, we both get enveloped in a glacier that when it shatters, we're just not there anymore.
Oh, cool,
like
cool,
there's
cool.
nothing in it.
Cool. All right, so you will find yourself inside a 40-foot diameter room made completely of glass. This chamber appears to have once served as an opulent and intimate meeting place for the upper echelon of the Yithrin society. Now it lies in ruins, with some of the glass walls shattered and the furnishings smashed and frozen. There is sort of overstuffed, frozen ass, dry rotted, overstuffed couches and carpets and stuff that are sort of about, but it's just ruined and covered in ice. Out of the windows, however, they're sort of frosted from the ice, but you can see sort of in the opaquely in the center a panoramic view of the entire city.
But yeah, once I see it's safe enough, I'll hand a rope off to Illikin and
Okay. I think there's like I imagine metal that holds these glass panels in place. Maybe one of them is bent or something, like when the glass shattered or something hit it, it bent this metal. So you could probably tie a rope onto this metal and that'll be something secure to keep the rope on. And the party can sort of climb up into it. So the rope sort of is thrown downward. What would you guys like to do?
You want to go first, Skid?
What? No. I was gonna wait till you got up there so you could clear some of the rubble off the floor and I could just teleport myself up there. I really don't want to climb that rope.
It's not that hard. You can do it. It's easy. I'll show
I
you.
have one hand. My bicep diameter is 3 inches. I measured.
Oh, I guess that's true.
I'm not climbing that fucking rope. Just when you get to the top, just move some of the rubble so I can see inside the chamber and I can get myself up there.
All right. I'll go up then. We'll climb it.
I mean, we've all seen Luke doing flips with Yoda on his back. How hard is it for Big Smile?
Yeah, could I put Gabar on my back?
Sure.
This is fucking intense training. This is just all lats right up the fucking rope here.
Have you guys seen that bad lip reading?
Yeah.
Oh, the seagulls.
The
People
seagulls?
stop it now. Yeah.
He does, yeah. I can be your backpack while you climb. You know.
Perfect. All right. Why don't I'm gonna increase your DC by 1.
Okay.
Make an athletics check.
18.
To easily climb up this rope, although it is a little scary because it is slowly rotating. Right. So as you are climbing up the rope is sort of dragging around the edge of the tower as you are slowly rotating in place. So the whole thing is very suspicious. But you do make it up.
Big Smile didn't think about that bit, and he will not like let that on. Like he's trying to put on a brave face for
Gabar.
Yeah, Gabar.
I just see with the way that Big Smile climbs ropes. It's not like a normal person where they use their feet to like make the Y shape. Like he's probably just like gripping it as he pulls his
It's-
Just with his arms.
It's Princess Bride when they're climbing the whatever the cliffs of despair or whatever. Okay, so you make it up. I will also note the yellow arcane symbol is in this room.
Go ahead.
No, please.
I was gonna say, does this one look like it's flickering, or does this one seem like good?
It seems that its sister's a fucked up one. So it looks pristine, but the magic connecting the two is kind of fucky. Okay, so who's next?
Who all's up so far?
Gabar, Big Smile, Illican, Quintus.
Quentin, okay. So it's me, Sapphira, Vlyn.
And Shield Guardian.
Shield Guardian stayed downstairs.
Yeah, no way he's making it.
Sonar then, right?
Sonar, yeah. Sonar cannot make it up there. He does not have the upper body strength to pull himself, and he can only hover 20 feet.
Shoot.
I'll just tell him before I went up then to just be like, hey, we'll be right back. Quick, in and out. Looks safe.
Yeah.
Wait here.
V'll look at Vlyn and Sapphira, and really without saying anything to either of them, she'll just float up.
Okay. Valen will cast a 4th level spell to polymorph like a boss and turn into like a fucking owl or some shit, fly up, and then just drop the spell.
Wow.
Sapphira, you're the last one.
Sapphira just scoffs and just like attempts just climbing up.
Okay. The rope is slowly, so you have to you go to grab for it and like you miss it a little bit, so you have to grab it again. And now the rope is sort of dragging you around. You gotta start climbing up. Make an athletics check.
Yeah, she's kind of like partially using her axe to also like to climb up as well. Athletics.
I don't know if using an axe is that good, smart of an idea. but you can make
She's not
you
very
make
smart,
it
so
you make it up. 12 was the DC, so you make it up.
okay.
Okay. All right, so everyone makes it up to the top of the spire. You can now see the map. You know, like you can now see everything that you see right now. So this, I think this would be a fair time to ask questions.
Is it fair to assume we can spot the forest or the arbitrarium?
Yes.
Arbitorium?
Yes, it's kind of hard to tell what it is, but you can see the trees, right? But you can also see this sort of illusory dome that like flickers in and out. And you might see like a lightning strike within it. It's very strange.
So if we're gonna craft a wand from another oak, that's where we should go.
Another. Sorry, go ahead, Quintus.
I was going to mention there's another tower between us and there.
It's literally gonna ask that.
And the Brendan in me says, let's wait till we have the druid back to do the tree stuff.
That's fair.
Is there another tower between us? Like we did this one.
Like
already?
that.
Oh, I see. Sneaky boy there, I see.
Gabar, make
Perception, or I'm looking for a library, right?
I know, and I want to
Okay.
like make it because I can tell you where it is. But I want it to be like a
Investigation to
I
figure out
just
which building
know.
is a library.
That one. That's it.
What kind of check did you?
Investigation.
Investigation. All right. Don't fuck me. Hey,
You
I can snuff
just
out a library.
you just are so sure that this building right next to the Arbitorium is the library. The Grand Library of Yithrin.
I've been in a few libraries in my days. That's where we're going.
Sure.
It's the most imposing library I've ever seen.
Wait till you get inside of it.
Like, Candlekeep kind of looks inviting, at least.
Never seen it.
So I will say, if you look at the map of Yithrin that you guys have, right? The map of Yithrin handout. Those little red symbols are the different wizard towers. And they sort of correlate. You can see the towers on the map, right?
Mm-hmm. So Abjuration's the one that's on the bottom, right?
Abjuration is the one that looks like a
A
V. Oh, a Y. No, the Y one. You're right.
What's the one that's like really close to us, the top right?
Conjurate or top right? I think that's transmutation.
Just like not to the top right, like directly like in on top of where we are.
It looks like the symbol of pi.
Yes.
Yeah, it's transmutation.
That's
It is transmutation, yeah.
Then we got conjuration on the left.
Yep. The one that you're gonna pass is the conjuration, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, me as well. I don't know what the different arcane symbols are. I mean, I guess I can guess illusion pretty easily, but
Yeah, the illusions. Isn't necromancy the omega? I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Evocation was like an exploding plus sign.
Okay, see that one? What's the one that looks like a cross?
That's enchantment.
So then the far
And
left one is
divination
divination.
is the Nike symbol.
That one definitely catches Gabar's interest then.
What about the one that looks like the pi symbol?
That
That is
is
transmutation.
transmutation. That's right.
Okay.
So yeah, this is divination then.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Well, we should go to this. Which one did you want, Gabar? Divination?
Well, yeah, we don't have to go right there. I just would like, as a diviner myself, to see what the High Diviner was getting up to before, the whole thing went to shit.
Fuck,
But
let's
I'm
do-
more interested in that library and the Arbitorium, and obviously it's logical to go to the Conjuration Tower. Also, there was this building right here that I remember seeing. Can you refresh my memory what that was?
You weren't sure. From here, it looks like one of the most squat and well-defended buildings in the whole place.
Maybe like a barracks or something.
Not possibly. You're not sure.
Okay.
But it is illuminated with this sort of red light throughout the whole thing, which is in contrast to the purple and green that pervades most of the city.
Yeah, if we're going there, it's also the strut we can get inside of here.
Do we really need weapons and armor? I mean, Sapphira's got 2 specialized wackies.
Weapons and armor in a city designed by ancient wizards, powerful wizards. I think it's worth at least doing a little bit of investigating.
Yeah, I mean, if you're become a god powerful, and that's just kind of like the encapsulation of society, might be worth looking at.
Well, we gotta pick the litter here. Where do we want to start? That Conjuration Tower?
As well, get another clue about this song and dance, see if there's other stuff in the city we need to collect.
I mean, fuck, the other thing is that Ice Devil's gotta be hot on our tails. If you're saying there's gonna be maybe good weapons or armor in that barracks. Do we want to go there first and see if there's anything that helps us kill the devil?
I suppose it makes logical sense where if we're planning our route to do something along this line.
Okay, I just want to reiterate, the only description that I have for this place that you're going to is the most well-defended place in this whole place. That's all I'm saying.
That's me just yeah. It might not be the barracks, it might be the fucking prison for all I know. I'm just guessing. Could be a brothel, I don't know.
Could be a bar.
You just convinced me, let's go. What is this? Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask V what she thinks, if there's anything speaking to her.
Why are you asking me? I'm sure we can discuss it, but time is of the essence here. Why don't we get a move?
Fuck, I am just batting 0 today. Fuck me. All right, well, let's go.
Any questions about any locations?
This blue dome directly across from us. What's going on with that?
This thing way up here?
Yeah.
It looks like a huge glass dome. Kind of like, you ever seen Jurassic Park 3?
No.
It's like maybe a greenhouse, but it's fucking huge. Look how goddamn big that thing is.
Right.
But it's sort of built like a really fucking ornate, like, greenhouse almost.
Okay. And then this obelisk in the back behind the spire, does that look like it's anything of note, or does that just look like another building?
No, it does look unique. Honestly, it stands alone. Out of all of this stuff that you can see, you can definitely see that there are these ovular sort of sections of the city, and then filled throughout are. Hold on. Oh wow, that's cool. Yeah, that actually, it's sort of like it's less,
More
it's
dome.
more dome, but very reminiscent. Yeah, for sure. The ornateness of it, for sure, and it's huge, just like that. But anyways, this whole area is crowded, right? Imagine way more buildings than what this shows, right? Where that obelisk is, it is just a black, scrawny sort of what is the one in Washington, right? The Washington Monument. It's just this thing that sits all by itself. There's no city around it. It is just this one solitary thing.
And sorry, that's this one here.
Yeah, and you said, does it look important? It does.
Gotcha.
I don't know if we'll have time to check out everything. Maybe we start with that. What do you want? The Conjuration Tower?
No preference. Library.
Quintus, Sapphira.
Why are you asking me?
All right, I guess we're in charge of decision making now, guys.
I was not ready for this kind of responsibility. So
Tower it is, I guess.
Fuck,
I mean,
Conjuration Tower. Let's go.
We know
we
we're
gotta
gonna
make
find
checks.
something we need there, and we
Yeah.
don't know if we're gonna find something we need at the red place.
Yeah. Fuck the red place. Conjuration Tower. Let's go.
While you are in this tower, or in this glass room, you will see. Hold up, give me 1 second.
I feel like it's kind of annoying. Like you're trying to look at something, you have to like keep walking as it's rotating.
Yeah.
We're trying
Yeah.
to point at things.
You will find, you'll walk through the room and your foot will kick something and the sort of debris on the floor. And as you pick it up, you will see it is a glass bottle with floating in the center of it, right? And no matter how you rotate the bottle, it always floats upright. Is a Netherese sky coach, a miniature one.
A sky coach.
Yeah, like those boats that
Boat?
you guys have seen. Yeah, that's what Professor Scant would have called them
Yeah,
when you first encountered it.
just making sure.
Yeah, and he might have said something about it when you guys were walking through. Like, oh my god, look at all these sky coaches.
So it's a ship in a bottle.
Mhm.
Is it corked? Or sealed?
It is sealed, yeah. Some sort of
Sealed
wax seal, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I bet the seal has like an arcane symbol on it that sort of keeps the enchantment within the bottle. But it is just a mundane object.
Yeah, I like kick it and it it starts to spin and the ship's just floating there, not moving. So I just squat down to it and I look at it for a second, and with my eye hand, I'll just pick it up, hold it up to my face and just stare at it for a moment before I look around again and just slide it very stealthily in my my satchel.
Sure. You feel like you have to bring it a lot closer to your face than you usually have to be able to see it clearly. Okay. It's worth about 750 gold, by the way.
Ooh, that is fancy.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Okay. All right. So what's the plan?
Conjuration Tower.
Okay. What's the plan of getting down?
Slowly. I guess we can go down the rope again.
Okay.
Quintus, do you have a clever way of getting down after?
Yeah, but
Don't you have a blink bat spot or something?
no, I immediately thought to put one as I was teleporting. Yeah,
I guess-
Featherfall only affects 5 people, unfortunately. So we can
mean,
take the expressway down, but it'll cost me a few spell slots.
Ve'll float down. I think she has enough time left in her levitation.
Valen will say, "How dare you even suggest leaving me behind?" And she's going to tell polymorph into an owl again.
Gabar waits for her to go out the door, starts casting Dispel Magic before he's like, "Don't fucking do it." And I'll be like, if you need me to, I can teleport myself out of here. And I won't be an ass about it either, so don't worry.
We can
How
climb down
tall
that
up
rope.
are we right now?
150 feet.
Okay.
I think
Well,
we just
30
take,
feet from the top of the tower.
Tower.
let's just take the long way down. Climb down 30 feet and then back on those stairs.
I'm ready to do the same, honestly. But after everybody else.
Okay.
Get on, kid.
Yeah. All right. Fuck, I really hate this. Let's go. Don't look down. Don't look down.
Make an athletics check.
I will do that. Ah! Hold on, my little Tony's twitching out on me here. There we go.
Okay, so that is just enough. Because remember I said 12 and then
Plus
you get a
one.
+1. So that's just enough to climb down with Gabar on your back. You slip for a second, right? Like you're slide down the rope, you get a little bit of rope burn on your hands.
You know what? I was thinking that, but I think with like the orals like touch, like I like hold it, and my hands like solidify like to the rope almost, like they're like
Perfect.
there's so much ice, and I just like
Yeah.
slide down with the ice, and then my
Perfect.
hands are like unscathed.
Cool. Fucking awesome. All right, that happens. Gabar, you shit your pants a little bit.
I was gonna say, I mean, get a weird smell.
Okay, so Illican sees Illican sees is that Illican? Yeah, it is, right?
It just jumps out.
Yeah,
He
that's
just
Elican.
he just fucking jumps out, grabs on the rope, and like fucking does a pirate sort of slide down the rope because he was so inspired by Big Smile's moves.
Well, they have like all those ropes like to climb around to the inside Sky Tower shelter. He's probably
Right.
used to that.
It's right,
Right.
at home. Before all the other people come down, well, it's just Gabar and I. I'm gonna like kind of quietly lean over and be like, did the girls say anything to you in the party? I feel like they're all pissed off at me.
Oh, it is all the girls.
Wow, Jay.
Well, I didn't even notice that.
We synced up, guys.
Shut up.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Jay, you need to take some diversity, equity, and inclusion
Yeah,
training.
no kidding. Oh God. I just can't believe Nate just said that out loud. All right,
You're
all
gonna
right.
want to edit this part of the recording.
Yeah, that's
huh?
recorded.
Oh, it's here
Yeah, that's
forever.
Too late. It's in. It's canon.
It's in. It's in.
It's canon.
All right. Back to the serious role play.
I'll respond and be like, I don't know. It seems something's fucking amiss with those three. Valen's bitchier than normal, but I've never seen V snap at you like that.
There's definitely something going on with Flynn. She seems, I don't know, disturbed or like something's going on in the party. I don't know what we can even do about it, but just try and keep our cool. We don't want to escalate anything.
All right, no more pushing Valen into teleportation circles. That was a joke. Funny.
Oh, Sorry. Right. Okay.
Illican sort of slides down
Yeah.
and lands on the ground. He's like, "Did you see my cool trick?"
Nice dismount there, Prince.
Hey. And next,
I guess. Yeah, I'll try and go down next. I'll just like grab the rope, but probably fuck up because I'm more ready to cast Featherfall than I am to climb, and just
Okay.
start slowly going down.
all right, make athletics. You don't have to worry
and
about
I'm
featherfall.
overly careful.
Yeah. The rope sort of drags around the outside of the. But you may manage to make your way. All right, who's next?
I think that's it.
Sapphira's the only one left.
Oh, Spire,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, Sapphira.
Yeah. Wanted to go down last.
Roll again.
Athletics.
Athletics. Yep.
All right, everybody makes their way down. V, you just levitate down.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right.
Can I just mage hand the rope back so we don't lose that?
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of have to jump
here.
because isn't the range 30 feet?
Yeah, it's 30 feet, so I'm just
you
kind of
have
like
to,
jumping and
jump-
running along the
Yeah.
edge of the tower as it rotates.
Right. Okay, cool. All right, yeah, you can grab it. That's fine. All right, so you guys want to make your way back down the stairs?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. As you get to the base of the stairs, Valin is waiting, sort of tapping her foot with the shield guardian looming behind her.
I'll pay it no mind and say something like, let's make tracks and just head to the next tower, east or west, I guess, on this map.
Okay. Show me like a route of travel, please. Okay, perfect. So you guys start leaving the tower. I will say once you guys entered the tower, the observers flew away. They like hovered and flew away. Nope. Okay, so nope. So you guys begin making your way. You pass through some city that you recognize as you've already traveled through there. You make your way to where the Abjuration Tower is, the stone, the petrified corpse of a tomb tapper on its knee. And you make your way closer to the spire of Aerial Arthas, right? And you see how there's like these huge sort of legs that wrap down that hold up the tower, and looks like tree branches almost. That's all made of stone. But the craziest thing is, as you approach closer to the spire of Aerial Arthas, this spire in the center, you will see beneath it, plain as day, because it's not obscured or obstructed, there is my notes on it. There's only like 30 fucking rooms in this, 30 locations here.
That's like 30 room dungeon.
30. You will see beneath this great spire a luminous 50-foot diameter crystal sphere that rests on an ornate stand. And I'm going to show you guys a handout of what it looks like. Now, mind you, this is a handout from the book and is way more epic than what you actually see. Okay, so I'm going to show you the handout because it's fucking sick.
Oh, Jesus.
So you will see the Yithrin Mythalar. And it looks like a sun. Like a burning sun. Slowly spinning. Covered in like a force field of energy. And it has rings of like radiant sort of energy that surround around it, slowly rotating, right? This thing is just generating weave. If V has that sort of close connection where she could see the weave, it is just a thick sort of like knitted. Usually it's like a loose sort of cloth of weave. This shit is like a fucking blanket that just pools out of this thing. And it is active and turning. You can all just feel the arcane power radiating off of this thing. And it's, 100, 150 feet away from you.
I think I can feel why that thing can keep a whole fucking city afloat. It's safe to be around this thing, Gabar?
It seems safe for still alive. I heard stories about how fucking magnificent these things are. It doesn't do it justice seeing it. I don't know. It's extremely magical. I don't know if it's dangerous though.
I feel like I
Bolin
need
will-
to be wearing
Right.
one of those like X-ray like belt to like cover things.
Bolin will say, "Do you see that?"
Right.
And she'll sort of place her hand out in front of her, and it'll stop. And as soon as she touches something in midair, there is a ripple. There is a huge force field that surrounds the entirety of this tower. And you can see it clearly when she touches it because of the ripples, right? But it's mostly invisible. If you focus really hard, you can kind of see the little bit of coursing energy through it.
Well, it's good to know that the ward won't kill us if we touch it. Thank you, Vlin.
And this one we're gonna make is gonna get us through this invisible wall force field thing.
But no, the wand is part of the ritual that would get us through it.
Yeah. Seems like that's step 1 of 8.
Step 1B is also survive the ice devil attack. Oh, she sure is pretty though.
Yeah, all of you are sort of struck by the awe of this thing. I mean, I cannot describe to you the immense, it's like a burning sun. Like it like has the power to fucking change one element into another element kind of thing. Like this thing is sheer power. And it just contained within a 50-foot diameter ball, which is fucking huge.
Yeah.
And it's just right there. I mean, you could just walk up to it if there wasn't this big ass force field in the way.
We should get a move on. I
Yeah.
really like to get inside that field.
It definitely puts into perspective how powerful these Netheries were.
This was just fucking normal for them.
Yeah. Guess a little hard work goes a long way. Hey, this
Hard work.
Yeah.
You don't become this powerful without exploitation.
Just a little elbow grease to get something like that up and running.
So you guys make your way through the city streets, basically unbothered by anything. It's abandoned, ruined buildings, until This is the Conjuration Tower. Yes. Okay. So you will see a tower before you. You know, in the middle of the city street, very similar to the way the Abjuration Tower was, just like in the middle of the street. This tower is engraved with interlocking circles of stone. A yellow arcane symbol hovers the outward face of the peak of this tower, very similar to how the Abjuration Tower did. The symbol is that of Conjuration, like you see it on the map, right? While the streets are strewn with debris, the area immediately around the tower appears to have been cleaned. There is a smooth metal door with an iron handle that leads into the foot of the tower.
Why is it so clean here? Surely no one's home. This is a magic thing, eh?
I mean, there's the teleportation part of conjuration, and then there's the bringing things here part of conjuration. So there might be, like, I don't know, air elementals that have been bound here for eons, still just carrying out daily tasks.
Oh, there's one way to find out. Wow. Big Small will start to approach the door.
Sure.
I would
Okay.
like to, just to get ahead on if anything funky is lurking about, I'm going to reach into my pouch and smear some like silver powder across my eye as an arcane sigil appears there, and I cast see invisibility
Okay.
on myself.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay. So, as you approach the door, Big Smile, you will hear click.
Does that come from the door? Did I step on something? Oh,
No, it came from the door. It sounded like a locking mechanism.
right. It seems like we're being welcomed in. I'll go up and knock on the door and see if it opens while I like knock type of thing.
No, it doesn't open.
Oh, maybe the opposite.
There's a handle on the door for sure.
Sure. Yeah, I'll give it a jiggle.
It's super locked.
Yeah. You know what? This just triggered when I woke up. When I walked up to it too.
You will notice that a symbol of an outstretched hand is etched into the keystone above the arch of this, where this metal door would be.
An outstretched hand, like stop, don't enter in here.
More like that, sort of at a cant, you know.
The Bar of Lynn, any ideas?
Conjuration. How tall? How high up is this keystone?
It's just above the door, so whatever. Big Smile. If you take a couple steps backwards, you'll hear another click.
Ah,
I cast Mage Hand.
Mhm.
If we step back and open it,
Do you try that?
Yeah.
It opens.
it's a conjuration spell.
clever.
Take inspiration.
Thanks. You know, walking up to that door, that was a pretty bold move. So I appreciate that, Jay. Thank you.
You're welcome. So you guys open the door, and
All right. Well, now that it's open, we'll head in.
sure. As you step in, you will see glowing orbs are set into the walls of this 30-foot diameter circular chamber. Two ancient and decrepit brooms move about the floor, sweeping tirelessly on their own. In the center of the room is a tiny ornamental tower perched on a stone pedestal. Gabar, you will see that there are two amorphous sort of people sweeping with these brooms. But the rest of you just see brooms sweeping by themselves. And I also will think that the entire 150 feet of this tower is hollow. There's nothing. It's just lights on the inside and a pedestal with a tiny, teeny, tiny tower on it.
There's no stairs or anything?
Like a big grain silo.
Yes.
What do you got for us, Magic Eye? Anything we're not seeing here?
Pretty minimalist for the guy we saw in the portrait.
Well, yes, for one, there is two unseen servants sweeping the floor. But no, there's nothing else in here other than whatever miniature towers on that pedestal.
What do you think, Quint? Is there another spell thing you can cast on it?
I got no idea. My guess is we gotta be teleported into the real tower.
Oh. I'll walk down the hall towards the pedestal with the mini tower on it.
Yeah.
You approach it.
So like on the door, it had like kind of the mage hand clue. Any other like clues or symbols or fucking nothing? Eh?
This is a circular, empty room with a little bit of rubble in it, with a pedestal with a tiny tower on top of it. And the tower, you will notice, Big Smile, is attached to the pedestal.
Did they just clean way too well?
You think that's the real tower? We got to get into this tiny thing.
I mean, I don't know what drinking has to do with conjuration. But...
If you examine the tower closer,
Yeah.
Big Smile, there doesn't appear to be any like magical runes or anything on it, but it's not like a miniature. It is like a piece of stone. Like it's not like got any good details on it. It kind of resembles the tower that you're in right now, but it is just like a carved out piece of stone. There is no inside to it. You know, it's not like you could shrink to get in it. It is just a piece of stone.
I mean, we can see how this one interacts with conjuration.
Try. I wonder if when we walked through the doorway, if there wasn't some magical fuckery that brought us into this fake tower and the real tower has to be entered some other way. A proper way, perhaps?
I mean, it seems like these towers had like apprentices and stuff coming out. So I feel like mage hand to open the door seems like, you know, a standard test, but I don't. Yeah, he might be right. Who knows what's standard for the Nether is? But like these were like facilities that people came in and out of. So
I'm not saying it, I'm saying, spin around 3 times to your left before entering, and I don't know. I'm fucking I'm grasping at straws here. Can you pick up that tower? Big smile.
Excuse me. Yeah. Do we want to try and mage hand it first? Fuck it. I'll try it.
All right, you grab onto the tower, and it doesn't appear to budge. However, when you touch it, there is a sort of arcane glow off to the side. A blue teleportation circle appears.
And if you let go, does the circle go away?
No.
Yes, that's
Not immediately.
That's the entrance to the real tower, I guess, at Agabar.
It appears so.
One way to find out.
There's a way out.
All right, I'll head over to the teleportation circle then.
Sure. You want to step in it?
I'll look to Gabar, make sure this is a good idea.
No. But I don't see what other choice we have.
Big smile will take a step onto it.
Yep. There is a whoosh and he disappears.
Well, I guess we're following, right?
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
want to all follow?
Yeah, Gabar will step in after Quintus.
Sure. Does everyone step in? They just disappear one by one.
Guess we're following them all to their deaths.
I guess so.
I know. I hate everything too, Valen says.
I guess I'll die.
All right. So you all step into the circle. Stepping into the circle, reality warps and bends, transporting you to an entirely different place. Excuse me. I'm going to pull you guys over to the map.
Oh,
All right. Does everyone have vision?
Yes.
All right. Don't move. Let me describe what you see first. In this new space, you find yourself within a 50 by 50 feet pentagonal chamber. Lavish black marble tiles embellish the floor, complemented by ornate rugs and luxurious velvet sofas. A finely crafted fireplace graces the back wall, accompanied by an extensive bookcase and additional bookshelves adorning the room. Oh, the bookcase surrounds the fireplace, and then there are other bookcases around the room. A very large portrait of an ostentatious wizard hangs above the sofa on the east wall, with a small bronze plaque beneath it. Blue glowing orbs hover above, casting an ethereal illumination. A stone archway marks the southwest wall. So there is an archway here, right? Everybody can see my pinging. But it leads to a mysteriously blank wall, as if it is an archway that's been bricked off. Above two velvet sofas on the southwest wall, the inscription, there is an inscription written in Loros, elegantly carved. At each corner of the pentagonal room, 10-foot archways lead into circular chambers. Within each of these spaces, a radiant arcane circle dominates, containing peculiar creatures held captive within. So I'm going to give a brief description one more time. You guys enter in a teleportation circle. There is this pentagonal room with bookcases and sofas, and not a lot of things are ruined, right? This is like very nice. Like this may be an extra dimensional space. There is a fireplace, a archway that leads to nothing, and 5 glowing circles with mysterious and strange looking creatures held within, right? And as soon as you guys like come in one by one and sort of get your bearings of the place, there is this weird sort of gurgling sound. And floating from one of these archways is this 10-foot diameter sphere is kind of blobby right? And it's pale albino with a reddish sort of eye. And it has 6 eye stalks coming off of the side of it. As it looks like, let's see. I gotta find it. It's way down here. It
No
looks
way.
like this.
There's no way.
There's 2
Oh God, I actually hate how that thing looks.
And as it sort of appears, it'll like let out this really strange sort of and start shooting eye rays at you guys.
Oh my
Uh,
god!
I need
No
everybody.
way.
I need everybody to roll initiative.
This thing has like big,
Absolutely.
like uncircumcised penis energy.
It does.
Christ.
Jesus Christ.
So
Put
funny.
in your gets +3.
Go
I
bleach
don't-
my eyes for a second. I'll be right back. It's
Oh
disgusting.
my goodness.
The Shield Guardian did not come.
Yeah, figure. Too big.
Oh, initiative. All right.
Oh, +4 now from the aura. Because it's proficiency bonus, right?
No, it's charisma
For initiative?
for initiative, I believe. Yeah. Hold on. Let me double check. Oh, it is +4. Never mind.
Brandon, how the fuck would you know that? You're not even
You're
playing
right.
I don't have friends or hobbies.
that.
Just
This
read
is
the
the
rule
friendly
book,
hobbies.
you know.
I mean, you have one hobby.
And us friends. All right, very cool. So I will say, I want this thing to get off one random eye ray before everyone gets into combat, because you were not expecting, as soon as you teleport in, to just be fucking blasted. So this thing over here, you see it right here. It sort of makes its way out of the chamber, and we'll shoot at a eye ray at a random person. 1, 2, 3. 4,
Technically, can
5.
we be surprised?
Oh no, you cannot. No, you cannot.
Wand of warning.
Who has the wand?
Sapphira.
Sapphira, your wand on your hip begins buzzing as soon as you step into the portal, right? And you tell everybody, "I'm about to get attacked." All right, so
Well, watch out, everybody. There's a thing that's coming over toward us.
yep. All right, there's an uncircumcised penis.
There's an uncircumcised penis coming over
Half a
towards
dozen
us.
of them.
Yeah. All right, so Big Smile, you get the first round.
What is going on in this campaign anymore?
You said it, man.
Welcome to Yithrin.
Yeah, welcome to Yithrin, baby. Okay. I can get I think behind this guy here.
Yeah.
Do we want to throw on some combat music?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Thank you. Okay, you run up to this thing. It stinks. It is just so fucking weird looking, right? It's gross.
I hate that I gotta put my hands on this thing.
Oh,
but-
actually, before you do anything, you need to move back to your square.
Sure.
As you look over at it, its central eye sort of turns towards you, and there is this flare from within it. And you need to make a wisdom save.
oh
you-
no.
You are actually stunned.
Oh,
How does it feel?
yeah.
No
No,
reverse card.
way too OP. Don't like this.
First, though.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, get fucked.
So
Christ.
it just like looks over at you, right? And this sort of, yeah, I can't even like adjudicate in my mind because Beholderkin are so like alien, but it's just like its central eye stuns people when it looks at them. It's just one of those magical effects that it has.
Just like basilisk, like Harry Potter
Yeah,
vibes.
very,
yeah.
yeah. It's very
Oh.
much like a basilisk.
Yeah, you'll see Big Small get his hands up to ready to go, and he just like freezes in place.
Yeah, so stunned means you're incapacitated and creatures have advantage on you. So incapacitated says can't take actions or reactions.
Yeah, that's
you.
that's me.
All right. Illican is up. Make a wisdom save for Illican, please. Okay, he succeeds. So he looks over at this thing, the main eyeball flares, right? And he sort of breaks free from it, and Illican can do stuff. What should Illican do? Oh, Moonbeam. That's what he said he wanted to do. He said he cast Moonbeam on all hostile targets.
At all moonbeam all the time.
So we're gonna mark off that spell for me, Eric, and we'll do a Moonbeam just right in that square. Actually, you know what? He'll do it in this. Oops, I'm like moving everything at once. He'll do it in like this square to block the opening. It's more like this. All right. That's an action. All right, that's Illican's turn. V, you're up. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Alrighty, I can do that. Wisdom save.
All right, you're stunned.
Oh wait, no, that's a. Oh wait, don't we get save pluses to
Plus
save?
three. Plus three because of the aura.
14. 14.
That just makes it.
Oh, righty then. Cool. So I can continue as normal.
Again.
I will shout out. Why would you provoke it, Big Smile? It wasn't doing anything or bothering anybody.
Rip on Big Smile today, damn.
Poor Big Smile. He's getting the brunt end of it.
I don't like this anymore. I hate it, Mithrin.
After scolding, that's my turn. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to do a. Yeah, let's just do a hex on it.
Okay.
As my bonus action, and then a firebolt.
All right, so Hex. Put a little. You concentrating? I'll put a little lightning thing on him, I guess. But we'll do the skull one.
That's 15. 16 to hit.
16 hits.
And 15 damage.
All right. Let me make sure. Nope. All right. Cool. He takes it. As you blast this albino beholderkin backwards, he'll say something like "Oh, very much like Jabba the Hutt. And does anybody speak deep speech?
Imagine V does.
I don't actually.
Okay. So he said something in deep speech. at
Oh
you
wait,
guys.
hold on. Well, Jay, look at my character sheet real quick if you can.
Yeah.
Go to number 3
Okay. Hold up.
on proficiencies. I don't know if I did that on purpose or.
Loading. Yeah. Yeah, that's
yes.
it. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then, yeah, I
Yeah,
understand.
one is like a written version of that.
Got you.
Okay. So yeah, you do understand it. He's basically said something like, "Your magic will taste so delicious."
Well, at that, I will circle around Big Smile and I guess kind of nudge him forward.
Okay.
You did this.
Valin's turn.
And sorry, did you telepathically like move me like 5 feet, like here?
No.
Oh, okay.
Thematically pushed you at him.
Speed attack. All right, awesome.
Valin. Make a wisdom save for Valin. Okay, so she can take her normal turn. Make another wisdom save for Valin. She is going to run over to where this bookshelf is.
Oh my
Jesus
god.
Christ! This
Gamora, you're up.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
Is this a magical effect?
For sure.
All right, then I get advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, natural.
Oh
20.
yeah. So you succeed.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna have to believe that this thing is extra planar. Looking
Okay.
at it, so I'm gonna
You
do
would think.
I'm gonna cast banishment as
Okay.
I draw my sigil in the air and it gets stuck in the portal. Don't make the save because it just rolls a 1.
Alrighty. It pops out of existence.
All right. And I'm gonna concentrate on that spell, like don't fuck this up, don't fuck this up, don't fuck this up for just 1 minute. And if it is truly extra planar, then it's gonna be banished back to its original plane.
It is banished back to its original plane.
Oh,
let me double check that I don't blow this whole thing up. Nope. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, that was fun. He didn't even get to do his thing.
Sorry, guys.
That's fine.
Hey, at least
Alright.
thanks for going before me in initiative.
I'll
right.
just like kind of snap out of that concentration. Just be like, fuck, I'm sorry, I couldn't stand looking at that thing anymore. It was fucking disgusting.
No, good work.
oh,
So-
I was hoping to get a turn to attack it. Thank you very much.
Well, sorry, I didn't want it to fucking, I don't know, whatever disgusting eye things this thing can do to us.
I was just kidding, by the way.
Also, Valin, priorities?
She has her wand out like she's faking it, like she was about to cast magic missiles.
Abracadabra.
Is the stun over now?
Yeah.
Holy fuck, that thing was ugly. Good job, Kumar.
Yeah, no, it is hideous.
Or we gotta go one by one through these rooms here and clear them all out, or what?
Well, I'm guessing that was the resident of this sigil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you guys want to take a closer look at that one?
Mm-hmm.
So as you approach that room, right, that chamber, you will see that there is an arcane circle on the ground. That might require some more further investigation. But what you can tell is that whatever magic was in this has faded. But further arcane investigation would be needed to tell why.
Right, because it seems like this place is safe-ish from the disaster from outside.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go take a look at that arcane sigil.
Sure, make an Arcana check. I'll give you advantage because Valin's looking at it too.
Yeah, I would have invited Balin over.
Cool. So with a 24, you can tell that the symbol itself is that of, let me make sure I got this right. So the circle itself is abjuration magic, right? It is runes upon runes of abjuration and protection magic. You can tell that this is a magic circle, meant to keep extraplanar creatures contained within. Upon examining, you can tell that something siphoned all the magic out of the circle from within it.
It's like that thing just ate the magic, I suppose. Something caused this spell to fail, and it wasn't from where we're standing.
That might click in V's head that it said something about how it eats magic.
Well, if you were listening, you would have heard it say it eats magic. Obviously.
I heard a jarbled bunch of mess as it spoke a language I didn't understand, but if that's what it said, then thank you for translating, V. Helpful as always.
Right, you don't have to be sarcastic about it. Just trying to help.
Well, check out the other room set.
Sure.
Think so. Magic failed to keep this thing safe. What about all these other rooms? Is it gonna be magic to hold down whatever lies within them?
I mean, you can sort of see into each room from where you're at.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like, are these things gonna fucking just start jumping out at us, or?
Well, they've been here for 2 millennia. They haven't broken out yet.
I mean, that one did.
Yeah, he already broke out. He had 2 millennia.
All right. What about big rock monster room?
Yeah, so if you walk towards this, you will see a red glowing arcane sort of symbol on the ground. Oh, I want to say though, Gabar, you can tell that the symbols that are sort of weaved into the abjuration magic represent like an aberration.
So it seems like the sigils are specific to the plane that they're impersonating a creature from.
Correct. So this one has abjurative symbols all over it, but the creature inside is this huge fucking rock thing, right? And as you, big smile, as you like step towards the archway, it lurches out at you, right? And like bounces off the side of an invisible sort of wall that surrounds him at the edge of the circle. That thing looks like this. And as it sort of bounces off the wall, it like paces a little bit in its chamber.
Well, at least the others seem stuck in their homes there. What about these other ones?
You will
Oh,
hear
yeah.
from the south a voice come echo out right from the southern chamber.
The
It's
demon
speaking.
looking one?
It's speaking in abyssal. Does anyone understand abyssal?
Certainly do.
You do?
Yeah.
All right. It's saying, mortals fight beholderkin well. Jakushagi like mortals. Come closer. Speak with Jakushagi.
The hell do you
Shocking.
want?
Do you go check him out?
Yeah.
Cool. So you will see a like 6 foot tall insect looking thing, right? Covered in this shiny black chitin, right? It has 4 arms, and big like purple eyes, I think. Let me look it up. Yeah, this one. Oh, they're red, glowing eyes. It looks like a giant, scary beetle.
This is like the fucking Hall of Horrors we've entered here.
You will say, "What do you want?" And he'll say, "Jakushagi want to try to kill mortals. You fight beholderkin well. Jakushagi want to fight. Jakushagi like practice kill. Would like to kill again. Been so long since Jakushagi killed."
All right. You're useless. I'll just turn back to the group.
Jakushagi kill mortals, take treasure. Yes, Jakushagi take treasure from dead mortals. Cool.
Next up.
Where do you go now? Yeah, which one?
Oh, that was
what was this one?
Jakushagi.
Yeah, down to the south. He
Sorry.
keeps shouting at you guys in Abyssal, though.
All
He's
right,
like,
I'm gonna
come fight Jakushagi!
I'm gonna
Let-
test something I've been working on for a while, and I'm gonna sit down
Okay.
and start ritually casting. I was going on about not using frivolous magic, but I'm just gonna cast silence on him in 10
Can you-
minutes.
Can you ritually cast it?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't see it on there.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, I don't think it shows up in the thing, but it has the R tag on my sheet.
Oh,
I kind of want to fight Jackashag.
I think if Quintus is like ritual casting it, Sapphira is probably gonna start like getting closer to this thing and trying to like actually like raising the axe towards it.
Sure. Yeah, it's like, yes, fight Chakashaka, but you can't understand it, right? Because it does this, it's speaking Abyssal.
It's a
I can
demon. It just
understand
wants
what
to
this
see
thing
what-
wants.
It's just a
Actually,
demon. It just wants to see what your insides look like.
Actually, not a demon.
It's a between.
Yeah, it's a between. That's right. So it's
Oh, it ends in lop, of course.
it ends in Loth.
Hey,
we
learned
talked about
something.
this.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Tell.
for all those who paid attention in episode 1,
Episode 2.
So
episode
two.
2, yeah.
Yeah, but he's like, yes, fight Jakashagi. Jakashagi, kill you and take your treasure. You know, he's like, I want your fucking axe. Give it to me.
I'll give it to you in between your head.
Yeah, you can't understand him.
Oh wait, I'll say I don't understand what you're saying, but I'm gonna slam this into your head anyway.
He's like he's provoking you. So we have Quintus casting a ritual spell, Sapphira provoking the Yugoloth. What would the rest of you like to do?
Also
Again, check
provoking
out
the
this
Yugoloth.
You're provoking the Yugoloth too. Cool.
Just throwing shit at him.
Yeah, he's like bouncing off the edge of the magical force field. He's like, fucking let me at him. I'm gonna fucking rip their heads off. You know, he's like super stoked to actually see somebody in 1,000 years. So V, you will approach this green glowing sigil. And as you approach it, you'll see the strangest looking fucking thing, right? It is a metal creature. Okay. It is a metal creature shaped like a upside down pyramid. And it has weird spider-like metallic limbs that come out of its body and weird sort of places. But the strangest thing about it is even for all of its metallic robotic features, it has fleshy like faces on each of the 4 sides of this, or on the 3 sides, excuse me, on each of the 3 sides of this pyramid, right? This triangle. And the faces have 1 eye and these big, beefy, like fleshy lips. It looks like this.
What the fuck?
Remember we were talking about that march before?
We were talking about the Mogadron March.
It's the boys.
And one of the faces sort of turns towards you, V, and studies you for a moment, and then it shifts to another face. That one of them looks real serious, the other one looks like super stoked, and then the other one looks angry, right? So they're like, it swaps faces and looks at you and examines you, and then just sort of minds its own business. It just stands there.
You're interesting.
Yep. Anything else? Gabar, what are you doing?
I'm torn between the door, which I might think is the exit to this place, and the bookshelf.
Yep. Both are.
Is this a
Available.
desk though?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nondescript. I don't like. There's nothing specific. I don't think there's anything specific.
No, so it's not like a
They're
study
like-
desk where, yeah.
Did we figure out what this guy was?
No. No, and as you're like finishing up your ritual, you're right near there. You will see whatever this thing is like tapping on the side of the invisible force field. It's not making a noise. It's trying to get your attention. But Gabar, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go for the bookshelf. I'm going to the bookshelf. I want to go see if I can't find the biggest, most leatheriest book
Sure.
that has the biggest information sink.
You pull out what you think to be a really powerful spell book.
Nice.
And as you like open it up, all the pages fall out. All the magic has been siphoned out of it.
That goddamn fucking piece of shit.
However, you can find, if you spend the next couple of minutes exploring the books, I can give you more details about the books themselves.
Yeah, that's fine. I will throw that across the room and then start pulling out books until I
Yeah,
find
as
something
you do, you find like spell scrolls and more spell books, but they're all
ruined.
all have been ruined. Yeah, because this thing ate all the magic in the room, except I guess the portals are the.
It wasn't suicidal, I guess.
It's not stupid, right?
Anyone know how to summon that fucking stupid thing back so we can kill it this time? Because that thing really fucking sucks. This was a fucking magic store, I don't know, fucking candy store for wizards, and it just ate everything.
It's a dumbass who trapped a magic-eating creature in a magic circle.
Wizards are smart, not
Very true. So
Well, then figure something out already.
Quintus, you get off your silent spell, and this Mesoloth quits. He's still yelling and beating on the side of the thing, but he's no longer making any noise.
Finally, now we can have an actual conversation.
Big Smile is still taunting, like, "Oh, what's wrong? Can't hear you, bud. Can't hear you."
Yeah, and he's like fucking. You can see just the rage.
He's just going fucking nuts in there.
Yeah, he's like really. It's like a fucking like a cat when you like put him on a leash or something. They like jump up and like trying to jump out the bathtub. He's like fucking going crazy inside there. So.
Although something else I wanted to test. Did I feel that same stink on the weave that we've been feeling?
No. So, there is one more circle that has not been explored. And Quintus, it's trying to get your attention, whatever this thing is. It's a little thing. Let me find it. I'll describe it to you. Oh, it's because it's called. I was looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, got it. So this thing looks like a small ball of light. Kind of reminiscent of the Mythalar. Like it's like a little tiny star or a little tiny sun, right? And flaming wings sort of take the energy from this ball and turn it into these sort of 3, 1 off the top and 2 off the side, flaming wings. And floating, sort of hovering around this sphere, is what appears to be the cracked, sort of like a mask, like a face mask that is like cracked in different spots but holds together, that gives this thing a sort of face. It looks like this.
Leave it to the Netherese to bind a Celestial for no reason.
And it sort of is trying. It appears as though it's trying to get your attention.
Step out of the silence now and be like, "Hello, can you understand me?"
It sort of stops tapping and hovers, like nearby. Why don't you make me an Arcana or a History check? Okay, so you've maybe heard of creatures like this before. This is called a Lantern Archon. So, from what you understand about them, is they're very minor celestials. They are known to be very peaceful, and they help guide souls from like the gates to where they go in Mount Celestia. They're like little baby angels.
Hey, if there's anything we should try letting out, it's probably this.
It sort of taps onto the side of the force field again.
You're certain it's not going to try to kill us, thinking that we had anything to do with imprisoning it here for 2,000 years?
I mean, from what I understand, it's a guide. It's peaceful. I mean, like, creatures from the outer planes are kind of embodiments of those planes, and so kind of it's in their nature.
Yeah, get it out.
If the arcane sigil is disturbed, it should break the spell.
Sapphira, you want to give a? Can we just?
I will say
What?
it might require a skilled hand to do it. Remember Dead and Fey?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's an arcane check.
Yeah, or like a thieves' tools kind of very carefully thing.
What do you think, V? You up to it? Cold shoulder. All right, Gabar, you're up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that was in character. Excuse me.
Do you want to give it a go here? Thieves' tools, arcane, sounds up your alley.
Can I when he says that, can I try and like do a mental connection with it?
I don't think you can.
Not through the
Mm-mm.
magic circle.
Yeah, I think this one's built special. So any hooligans, any hooligan apprentices don't fuck up.
Right.
Yeah, because usually a magic circle works one way or the other. Right? Either protects you from outside or the outside, or like the inside from whatever. You know what I mean? But I think this one goes both ways.
I can try. Could you ask a little more politely? I don't like your tone.
I've been on your own time, but would be mighty helpful if you wouldn't mind. Please. I'll look to Gabar like, fuck, I don't know, was that polite enough?
Alright, I guess just step back. I don't want you interfering.
You need at least 3 more pleases in there.
Oh, fuck. And so this is like Chris laughing because Nate is role playing so well. Big Smile's trying to be very polite and diplomatic and
right. All right, so V, do you want to make a thieves' tools check?
Yeah.
Okay. So you very carefully sort of rupture one line here, and with a little bit of guidance from maybe Gabar, even though you're like, fuck off. You sort of, rupture this line here, rupture that line there. After about 3 to 5 minutes of very carefully dissecting this magic circle, the magic within the circle powers down. And you guys are immediately washed over you. The feeling of warmth and gratitude and tranquility. And everyone in the party is under the effects of bless until you take a long rest.
Ooh.
Sick.
Very nice.
Most excellent.
Sick. Those are attacks and saves.
it will like float out into the chamber, right? And again, you get this feeling within you of just like gratitude, like you're thankful, right? Which is kind of weird because you let it out, but you feel thankful, right? Like so grateful and relieved, right? And it makes you just kind of want to close your eyes for a second. And as you do, you'll get taken back, right? And you'll see a vision in your mind of this super fucking ostentatious ass wizard, right? Walk up to the stone archway, say a magic word, and the archway, the stone in the archway is filled with a magical portal, and the wizard steps through it. And the vision will sort of fade, and this floating ball of light just sort of hover in front of you.
Thank you. We can't really get you any closer to Mount Celestia, but you're not in there anymore, so.
Well, I can
Oh,
get him home.
that's right.
There will be a feeling that washes over all of you of like you know that feeling when you're like, how dare someone offer to pay when I brought them to lunch? You know what I mean? That sort of feeling, like kind of offended, but also like it's because you love the person. You get that feeling that washes over all of you. Like you're offended, but you feel its emotions. And it will sort of shiver for a second and just disappear.
Takes care of that.
What did you say that thing was called again, Quintus? A guide?
It's called a Lantern Archon, but yeah, I mean, basically, once you Helm sends you on your way, and hopefully you go to Celestia, he'll take it from there.
Very friendly.
I like that guy. Real nice bloke.
Agreed, but we know that our high conjurer, what's his fucking name? Demareth spoke a word into this doorway, causing it to open. Now we just have to know what that word is.
You did. You heard it clearly.
Oh, we did hear it.
Yeah, for
oh,
sure.
I thought. Oh, okay. I thought you meant like we couldn't hear,
no,
but we
no,
saw
no,
it. I got you.
No, he was telling you. This Archon was telling you what the password was.
Ow. Never mind. Gabar didn't say that.
Mhm.
Gabar would probably say the password in front of the door.
Well, let me make sure we're all, because I feel like I missed one thing because this room is so exciting. There is a bold sort of inscription written in Loros on the wall.
Of course.
In fucking filigree. And it says, second, summon a flame in the palm of your hand. In Loros.
Whoa.
And there are stacks of books that could be read into.
What was first again? Is that the magic word or?
Shield your heart with the wand from the Nether Oak.
Oh shit. We don't have that. Does that mean we gotta go make that one first?
Yeah, but I mean, there's 6 more schools of magic, so I assume it's an 8-part ritual.
We know we're going in order.
By the way, Gabar, you were like mid studying of a book before that whole thing with the Archon went down.
Yep.
The book that you had grabbed was written in
Loros?
no.
Oh.
I think it was written in Gnomish. That's why it got your attention.
That makes sense because that's one of the only two. I'm surprised that Gabar only knows 2 languages, but
So it's called Abjurative Conjuration. You hadn't quite got into it yet.
Yeah, I mean, if the party's still looking around the room and doing stuff, I guess.
Yeah,
I can
are
look at
they?
this book.
Yeah, what else would everybody be doing? We do have the next key to the ritual, so anything else is extra. Anything?
I mean,
It's pretty like, I mean, there's just bookshelves, I guess. That's all that's left, I guess, in this room.
if this guy is still like,
Oh man, he's going fucking haywire in there.
yeah, he's still shouting shit.
Yeah, well, you can't hear it because he's in the silence bubble.
Oh, okay. So then I guess I'll just ignore him then.
Sure. All right. I mean, Gabar, you can just grab a couple books if you want.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I'll call Big Smile over to get the bag of holding.
Sure.
And anything that looks readable,
Sure.
I toss in the bag of holding.
Yeah, I mean, every book in this library is pristine, but just none of them are.
None of the magical ones survived.
The magical one survived, right?
That's
so
fine.
You grab a handful. Valin grabs a handful. You guys can just write handful of Conjuration Tower books, and we can hit that again later. All right, what do you guys want to do now?
Yeah, we got about a minute and a half left before he starts screaming again. So we want to go through this door.
Or archway to nowhere.
Yeah, archway to nowhere.
Let's do it. No password.
Okay. So who speaks the password?
I'll speak it.
Sure. You probably don't know this, but it's actually the verbal component to Arcane Gate. So you say this magical word, and a portal appears in the archway, and it's like misty and full of stars, and it's like a black sort of magic.
All right. I'll put a blink back spot just because I remembered this time and step through.
Okay. You step through. What just disappears?
Big Smile follows.
Okay, does everybody follow?
Well, I don't want to be left in here with all the women, so yeah, I go.
All right, everybody jumps through the portal. Reality warps around you as you step through the doorway, and I'll pull you over to the map. Here it is. Come on, you fucking thing. Oh. There. And let me put everybody's token in here. You get crowded pretty quickly. Because you're in like a tiny little fucking room. I'm not putting it. Okay, I think that's everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. And then Sonar and the win. All right, let me pull you guys over to the map. Okay, does everybody have vision? Should be in a teeny tiny little fucking room. Step through the doorway into a small, dimly lit hallway, ending in 2 wooden double doors on either side, and a metal door with a bar window set into it at eye level. So to the north is this metal door with a barred window at eye level, and then to the east and west are wooden doors that lead out the end of this hallway. And then there's the portal that you just stepped out of. I mean, it's still on. It's still active.
This is the false tower or whatever.
You don't know what the fuck this is.
Oh, so we haven't been here before.
No.
Okay, I'll just make sure.
Hmm.
But the portal looks like the one that we saw.
What do you mean?
Like the sigil on the ground. It
No,
looks like the
this
one.
this is a doorway with a portal
Oh,
in it. The other thing you
okay.
seen was a teleportation circle.
Gotcha.
This is a portal.
Are those rooms open to the north and south?
None of the doors are open. Big Smile just bursts in.
Sorry, I didn't see
Okay.
the door there.
It's okay. It's hard to like see because there's so many fucking people. Here, put
I
all the
understand.
tokens in one square. and
I
you
So
see
it's just
better.
this tiny little chamber with doors
Yes,
with like
yes,
the bar
it's a hallway.
thing. Yeah, okay.
Is
I
that
got ya.
better?
Yeah.
Now you can see a little better. So there's a door here, a big double door here, and a double door here.
I gotcha.
Okay. One of the doors looks like a prison cell.
Which door is that?
The one that you walked through on accident.
Fuck went on here?
Guess it doesn't matter which one we go through first, eh? I am curious about this prison cell door. I'll go.
Sure. It
Like,
has
does
a
that
barred
slat?
window.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can look through it. Yeah. So inside you can see an operating table and a leather examination chair, both with metallic restraints that butted against one wall. And there's a few jagged surgical implements that are like scattered across the iron table. Otherwise, there doesn't seem to be anything of use in here.
Looks somewhere between a doctor's office and a torture chamber.
Sorry, is that an Iron Maiden to the right over there?
No, it's just like that surgical bullshit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Looks like
this-
an Iron Maiden from the top down.
Listen,
like, is
the
this
map is just fucking. Don't worry about all the details on it.
All right. I don't know. Like, is this operating room or
Yeah.
torture chamber?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Yeah, was he just conjuring creatures to do autopsies on them?
Is this door open?
Which one?
Uh,
So the north door is the barred door.
Yeah.
Yes, it is unlocked currently. Yes.
okay. Yeah, I will open it and go in then.
Sure. Like I said, there other than in like experimental weird designed surgical tools and stuff, like all of it is just other than that, here I can open it up. But other than that, it's nothing of importance or of use.
I like that theory, Quintus. Creatures he summoned.
Oh, I see. That's the dynamic lighting is on.
I can see the whole map.
Yeah, I can see the whole
Oh.
map. It's off.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah. Sorry, that's why I didn't
Sorry,
realize
that's
there
why
was
I
like
was asking about the thing because I thought like we could see everything.
But you can see that there's a door right there, right?
yeah.
And
We
there's
can
a
see
door
the
right there.
door. Yeah, but we can see
All
through
right.
the doors and stuff.
That
so.
I know that really sucks. Ignore. See, that's why I said fuck. I fucked up. It's okay. These to the south don't exist. Okay, this is just a wall. You can step through a portal. Like I said, this is. We'll talk about this when the campaign's over. This is my map.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
That works.
But these doors are also closed, so you can't see which either on either side.
Yeah, I mean, if there's nothing to note in the torture chamber, autopsy room, are these doors on the left open?
They're unlocked for sure.
I'll open it up a hair and take a peek in.
Yeah, sure. There's like a wall sort of preventing you to see most of the room.
Right. I'll go to full open then.
Yeah, you can open it up. It appears to be empty. If you guys want to check it out.
Yeah.
All right, so you sort of walk in, and you can see that This appears to be a study of some sort. There's a couple of books on a shelf. There's over here, there's odd dissected and preserved creatures in jars and displays. On the desk is a journal. And the desk has drawers.
I'm gonna bolt for the journal.
Sure. You bolt for the journal and grab
And
it.
I'll toss it to Kabar.
Sure. You toss it to Gabar.
Okay. I cannot read this.
Well, as you look at it, you can tell that this journal has been through hell, first of all. And second of all, it is chock fucking full of mad scribbling, right? Like some motherfucker was writing in the strangest, most haphazard, not understanding what he is writing, handwriting.
Do I recognize this handwriting?
No, but you will notice that in the what is it called around the page?
Margin.
Margins. You will see in the margins there is more delicately written notes with like arrows pointing to stuff and circling stuff, as if someone had taken someone else's journal and notated it.
But I'm assuming the writing is in languages I can't understand.
Do you understand Abyssal?
Oh no.
Okay, and the other language is Loros.
I understand neither. So I'm actually going to toss it back to Big Smile, and I'm just going to be like, put it with the rest of the books. I'll be casting comprehend languages later tonight and doing some light reading.
Valen will stick her hand out asking to see it. I have
There you
something.
go.
I have someone that can read it. If you just give me a moment.
Yeah.
So her and Professor Scant will begin examining the book. There is a desk full of drawers, books, dissected creatures.
I guess we just start rummaging through drawers.
Sure.
I check out some of these creatures.
Yeah, so the creatures is like one of them is an intellect devourer that's been like dissected and pinned down. There's weird like Feywild butterflies, like strange extraplanar creatures that have just been put on display.
I'll look at the creatures as well.
Sure. As you sort of rummage through the desk, Quintus, you will see, paper, inks, nothing super special. But inside one of the drawers is just, let me double check that. Yeah. There is a tiny replica of a chest.
Try and open the tiny chest and then.
Yeah, as soon as you touch it, there is a shimmer behind you. As on against this back wall, a chest, actual sized chest appears.
Right.
Sweet.
How many layers of protection do you think he's got on that thing?
Well, 10 minutes will find out if you want to wait.
I mean, I could just open it with a mage hand, but I mean, there might be other stuff in here that's worth casting detect magic about. So
Sure. So you're gonna wait for Valen to finish the book and Gabar to finish casting. All right. Anything else you guys like to do?
Tap at the jars of creatures.
Oh, I was going to do the same thing. I was just about to say that.
They're dead. Held in some sort of embalming fluid. I'll leave it up to you guys' imagination of what kind of weird creatures are in the jars. Whatever kind of extraplanar. They're all extraplanar, right? So there's like a fucking mind flayer tentacle in a jar, and whatever. A beholder,
an invisible
eye stalk,
stalker.
an invisible
An empty
stalker,
jar.
an empty jar. Yeah, so whatever. So after a couple of, oh, go ahead. No, please.
I was just gonna make a joke if there's like a tentacle looking
Please.
thing lean
Yes,
over
there
to
is.
B and be like, man, this guy loved penises.
Boat shorty.
Not even a nibble, eh?
So Valen will finish, she'll study it for a little longer, and she will say, "This book is quite interesting. I can't quite decipher the mad scrollings, but I can make out a couple of words mentioning the abyss, soul eaters, or death stealers. But the notes are written in Loros, in a better hand. And apparently these soul eaters or death stealers are a type of demon that are so foul that they are considered outcasts by other demons. It is said they are capable of devouring the soul from a mortal body. It leads me to believe that someone was trying to figure out how this demon's abilities work, to sever soul from body. I'd have to study it further to learn more information.
Couldn't the Netherese already kind of do that? Isn't that how they made their constructs, by taking the soul of a mortal and putting it inside a construct?
Yeah, it sounds like this project worked.
So that's the fruit of their labor, is the shield guardian.
Maybe that was like Immerse magnum opus, you know how Toth had the hammer and anvil.
Yeah. That's fair. I guess I didn't peg binding souls to constructs as the conjurer's magnum opus, but
Well, Gabar, you're smart enough. He has like an experimentation chamber. It seems like he's summoning things and then studying them.
mhm.
So that does feel like Conjuration Wizard's bag.
Okay. Well,
Right.
that was Will that came to that conclusion, not Kabar.
Yeah, right. Gabar would be like, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
But you can get your detect magic off if you'd like.
Yes.
Cool. The chest reveals abjuration and conjuration magic.
At least 2 levers of protection. I can suppress 1, perhaps 2, for the time.
Do the abjuration one, because I think I know what the conjuration one is.
I wonder if that tiny chest disappear.
Yeah, if you dispel it, it's gonna fuck up the whole thing. It'll be lost to the ethereal plane.
Is that what it is? I'm trying to remember. Yeah. So as long as you hold the chest in your hand, the other chest is there. And can't see invisibility see into the ethereal plane?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you would have seen it when you came in the room. I'm sorry, buddy.
Oh, so I did see that chest.
You did
there.
see the chest. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. So that's the conjuration aspect. So
you have the feeling that there's some sort of glyph of warding protecting this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to trigger some sort of spell effect. But the chest isn't locked. The chest isn't locked.
I mean, I'll take the hit on this one. You've already banished something today, so.
Do you have a way to suppress a glyph of warding?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I've watched you do it a couple times, and Valan and Illican.
All right.
Sure, I'll be fine.
Glove of Warden.
I will watch you from the other side of the room
Mm-mm.
and wish you good luck.
All right, so
Yeah,
what do
I'll
you do,
just-
Quintus?
I'll just try and dispel it.
I need you to make your spell check. Okay, that is just enough. That is just enough. He upcasted it just a little bit. So you suppress whatever sort of magic. I think you just dispel it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
you just
jack of all
dispel
trades
it.
came in handy.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know how like when you fall in the river Styx, you lose all your memories?
Yeah.
So it's just like a hazy illusion of the river Styx flowing over this, and all the threads are forgotten.
That's fucking sick.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's super cool. Okay. So yeah, it's dispelled. The aura of magic disappears from around the chest.
Then I'll open it.
Sure. You pop it open. Kapow. Inside there is a bunch of shit. There is a golden sort of ovular gemstone about the size of a fist. There is a big beefy book. There is a couple of spell components. If you check out the spell components, there's like a box of chalk. That if you take one out, they're like glittering as if there's like crushed up gems inside of each of these pieces of chalk. That is box of chalk infused with precious gems, 100 gold pieces worth. There is a 5,000 gold piece diamond.
Holy shit.
Oh.
That Illican.
There is a gold, I think gold in a vial or a gold vial. I'm not sure. It just says gold vial worth 500 gold pieces. And an Alexandrite gem worth 1,000 gold pieces.
If only we had a place to spend all this money.
Well, they're all spell components, so
Yeah, we might find scrolls.
yeah, or like
something
yeah,
like that.
exactly.
What about is anything magical in there? Does detect magic still?
The book is super magic, and the stone is super magic.
There was sorry, I missed it. There was a book in the chest.
Yes, big ass book.
I will look at the book.
Sure. You will see Valin say, "Excuse me, and what makes you believe that this is now your book?"
I was going to look at what it was and see who in the party could use it if it was magical, which it is indeed magical, like I've done the rest of the time. Have been sent you with my magic items here, Valin, have I? Miss wearing the necklace that we gave her that lets her control the shield guardian.
Are you calling me stupid?
I'm saying you're just not acting normal.
She's gonna try to snatch the book.
high and mighty towards
She's
you?
gonna snatch the book from you.
Let it go, Gabar. It's all right. It's all right, kid.
She's gonna step away and start flipping through it. It's a pretty dope looking fucking book too.
Bar's gonna
there's-
cast my morph on her.
Are you?
I am. I'm gonna turn her into a fucking mouse.
All right. She gets to make a save against that, right?
I'm going to go
Eric-
up to.
Hold up, Eric. Before you make a save, do it to the public.
People need to know.
It's a wisdom save.
She fails.
Oh, man.
How are we gonna
So-
resolve this later?
She turns into a mouse.
It's,
Yeah,
And-
Quinn just about
Upon
to try to
seeing
defuse
this-
the situation. Just
Upon
fuck.
seeing this, Sapphira is going to go up to Gabar and elbow him in the nose.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
No. Oh, goodness gracious.
All right.
The
All right,
party
everybody
erupts.
calm the fuck down.
Big Smile will step in front of Gabar, but will not escalate this.
V backs up into
don't
one
take
of
that
these
amount of
corners.
damage. It's
No, whoa, slow your roll there, cowboy.
all right. I won't.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna need to attack people. That's a little
Okay.
far.
Well, I mean, is she
That's a
trying to
little
make
far.
me
That's a
lose
little far, I admit.
concentration? Is that what you're trying to do?
I'm trying
or-
to break concentration. Yeah.
All right. Well, it hits. So
Okay. Break
I mean,
concentration.
I'll
I see. All right, that's fine. We're just a DC 10.
DC 10.
Hmm.
That's not supposed to be an advantage.
So you still beat it.
All right. I'm going. I'll take the hit.
I'm not going to do damage. I'm not going to do damage.
Yeah,
I'm
no
trying to
damage,
break
just
concentration.
break
Yeah.
concentration. Right. Okay, there we go.
I'll be like, what in the fuck is wrong with everyone in this fucking party?
That theory you had about the Nothics?
It fucking makes sense. Not a reason to turn on each other quite fucking yet.
I don't think they were like into that. I think it just happened to them. Like it might be happening to other people.
Eyes immediately dart too. Come on.
She's
You're
a
right, kid.
spellcaster.
They're the ones that are acting against us.
All right, come on, you know,
I-
every second longer you hold that spell, it makes it worse.
I'm just really savoring the moment for one more fucking second. All right, fine, and I'll pick up the book, and then I
Yeah.
will drop concentration.
You drop concentration, right? Belin pops back into existence,
Oh
right?
no.
And she'll be like, I knew you were against me. You've been against me all along.
That's fair. And the polymorph was probably uncalled for, but hear me out. You
Why
really
should we hear
pissed
you
me
out
off
any
all day.
longer?
I'm getting to the Mythalar first, and she's gonna fucking march out of the storm out of the run. She's gonna run out of the room towards the portal.
Belin, you're making a huge mistake. Stay here and talk to us, and I'm going to cast
Oof.
suggestion.
All right.
Oh my god.
my God.
Oh no.
All right. What is the save?
Yeah.
17 wisdom.
All right. Eric, keep it on public.
Oh,
Damn it.
She's gone.
Cutting words.
I can't do saving throws.
Bummer.
And she has
Really?
bless too.
Oh, that's fair.
She leaves. She exits out of the portal.
Can
It's probably too late now, but she could have saved on that last save she did.
It's okay.
All right.
We're not going that far back.
Yeah, fair.
She's going to get herself killed. And take the shield guardian with her.
Go after her. Just grab what we can and just chase her down so we can fucking talk some sense into her and figure out what the fuck is going on.
Is this like a curse thing? Is this something we can break?
I mean, the Caves of Hunger changed just. I wouldn't put it past this place. Where the Mythalar was right fucking there. Who knows what it's doing?
Caves of Hunger was curable though.
Let's hope this is too.
Come on, grab all the shit you want, put in the bag. Let's get the fuck out of here.
I mean, can you really blame her though?
I apologize. I said the polymorph was uncalled for. I mean, I probably shouldn't have done that. It was just a fucking spur of the moment thing. She fucking stole the book from me. I was reading.
Oh, it's your book then, huh?
I didn't
It's
say
your
that.
book?
Didn't I just give you a fucking wand of warning last fucking night to make you fucking more powerful? I am not trying to hoard magic items here. I'm trying to do the right thing and look and investigate and analyze.
That's your excuse for everything, isn't it?
I swear to fucking gods of fire, I'm about to polymorph you next.
Well, man, it's not her. It's just this place. Let's go get Flynn.
Sure. You guys want to exit back out of the portal?
Yeah.
There
fuck
was
these.
a dope ass gem in that chest that I don't think you guys would have just left.
Yeah, like I think that was part of grab all the shit and go.
Okay. All right,
Yeah,
I
just
will
like dump
say,
the chest into the bag of holding and sprint
as
for
you
the
guys
portal.
are filing out the portal, there is one more door that was unopened. And Gabar, I know Gabar, I know your heart. Like you just lock eyes with it for just 1 second and then leave.
I mean, the tower's not going anywhere. Hopefully.
You guys can make your way back to the conjuration tower study where you were before, and you will just catch a glimpse of Vlyn stepping into this magic circle in the middle of the room and disappearing.
Yeah. Press on after her.
All right, you follow behind her. As you guys like appear through the portal and are starting to file into the magic circle, you hear some abyssal shouting like, "Fucking kill me! Fight me! Fight me!"
Fucking guy.
I was gonna point at it. Yeah.
All right, and then you guys all exit out back towards the Tower of Conjuration. When you do, you will see that Vlyn sort of stands at the ready with the shield guardian looming behind her in the center of this tower.
Shit.
Turning on me
Vlyn,
after
we're
everything we've been through?
Come on, Vlyn. I know you're in there somewhere. This ain't you.
I was just polymorphed against my will. By will. Oh. I mean, Gavar.
I did what?
I was just polymorphed against my will.
I think we can all agree that that was uncalled for, and you deserve an apology.
More than an apology, you've been plotting against me this whole time. I know it. I know you have. You talk in whispers at the around the campfire in my tiny hut. She's really starting to go unhinged right now.
Vlyn, but you can also understand that I think a wizard of your stature could understand that something is fucking going on here. We were in the Caves of Hunger. That changed us. We're even closer to the Mythalar now.
Make a persuasion check. Wow.
Rolled a 9 on the dice.
On a 9 on the
Jesus
dice.
Christ.
So there's a tiny bit of clarity for just a moment, right? As the facade, or not a facade, but like this anger and paranoia sort of fades a little bit. And she'll like rub her hands through her head like this, and just a massive chunk of her hair falls out. And she, as it like, you all see it, right? And she sort of looks at it and looks up at you guys.
Vlyn, we need to stick together now more than ever.
All on the same team here, Vlyn.
I don't understand. I can hear you whispering about me. I've heard it all day.
We've been hearing lots of whispers from ghosts this whole time. It's just ghosts.
Just in your dome.
She like rubs her head some more and she's like, I need some air.
Maybe we go back in the dome, away from whatever this weird place is. Not the dome, the tower. Because I think that whatever it was, it's not Yithrin anymore. I didn't feel that twist to the weave.
No. No way. I look at Vlyn and I'm like, no way. You are going to be soft on these abusers.
Word. Dude. So Sapphira steps on Vlyn's side.
We should go do what Quintus said. It makes sense. It's not here. It's a different place. We can calm down. We can take a fucking rest. We can get our wits about us. We're losing it. We're losing it here.
I am not here to calm down. I'm here to put my fucking foot down.
Against all of you. Against people who side with devils, against people who throw their own limbs away for power.
I'm sorry, doesn't one of us carrying a spear that is imbued with the spirit of a dead, fucking long dead thing here? Who's been possessed multiple times by said thing? Sapphira?
That is besides the point. I need
Here,
it.
I can fucking find you a mirror in my pocket if you need it.
Come on, Gopar. Same team here.
All right. Regardless of the past, think of the present moment. There is a massive devil coming here to kill all of us. It doesn't care if we're fighting amongst each other. Do you want to be out there on your own when that thing shows up?
And it's going to show
Avarice is right behind it.
No.
Come on, V. Can't you see through this?
V is like not even near any of you. She's like off on the wall. She's like clutching her arm that has all the eyes on it, and she has just her head down. She's very, very, very uncomfortable right now. She doesn't know who to believe.
I think
None of you have stood by my side. I've always been alone. I've always been alone.
You all are sick. Something's wrong. Something's happened to us. All of you are being cruel towards each other, towards me. Something's happened to all of us. Can't you see it?
Yes. Let's go open in the tower. Let's figure this out.
I think I'm going to propose that we sleep in here from now on. Seems
Not a
pretty
bad
safe.
idea.
The password protects that gate. I mean, it's not too comfy in the dungeon up there, but safe.
I think that you're right. We are safer together. But I can say without doubt, I can no longer trust any of you. And Gabar, I'm not stupid.
Never said you were stupid.
Having Big Smile nudge me, casting polymorph. Do something like that again, and I will show you the extent of my power.
I promise I will not cast polymorph on you again. It was reactionary. I apologize. I get ahead of myself sometimes. If I didn't, I probably would have two hands still. No offense, Sonar.
Don't take an air there. Sonar's like in a corner crying.
Oh,
No, it's not a bad thing. I do things sometimes. It's just impulsive. I don't know. That's on me. Won't do it again.
We stand a better chance together. We're going to have to work out a different system of sharing and organizing our information and magical artifacts that we uncover.
We'll figure something out. Some sort of, I don't know, just anything we find, toss in the fucking bag until we can divvy it up at every night or something. I don't know. So that doesn't happen again. But Are we going to go and take a fucking rest in the tower? Or are we just gonna stand here yelling at each other some more until this devil finds us?
Lynn sort of, with her one good eye, sort of surrounded everybody. We can move forward.
We can go to the library next. You guys like books? Yeah, you guys want to get some ice cream after that? This is
Are
gonna
you
be-
patronizing me right now, Big Smile?
Not you too. All right, so tensions simmer with Valin a little bit. What about V and Sapphira?
V, whatever V said, that's kind of what she is thinking. Like she thinks everyone's kind of like something's happening to everyone, and she's just gonna try and
But you're willing to go to the next thing,
yeah.
Pyra?
Sapphire says, I just want to be alone. You all despise me. And I despise all of you. I can't be around anyone.
Then take the time you need, but I recommend you do it on whatever level of this tower we're not. So at least you're still safe.
So I should just stay away then.
Say for a number here, guys.
You're welcome to go where you please. You're not, restricted by any of us. I'd
Valin
recommend we stick together.
Yeah, Valin did decide that it is safer to stick together, even though she does not trust a fucking single one of you.
But if you need time to be alone, I know that can be a thing people need. I urge you not to do it out here in the city where there's a devil lurking, possibly.
There's a point. This place isn't safe.
Come on, soldier. Team needs you.
I kind of like slam my head into the wall, and as that happens, more of the crystalline hair begins to kind of
Falls out.
fall off. She's mostly bald at this point.
Yeah, Valin's starting to go bald too.
I'll flash the brooch to Sapphira from the bucket. So that come on, Sapphira, you're not alone now, really. Bigger picture here. All this fighting, it's not for nothing. So soldiers do, right, militia? Just gotta power through here.
I guess so. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We're so close to the end.
I'm sorry. You're right.
Come on.
I'm sorry. You're right. And she kind of like says that, she's muttering to herself as she kind of like goes along with everybody at that point. Still kind of sticking behind the rest of the party, but still going along with.
So everybody can take inspiration. Definitely
It's been
top five moments of the whole campaign.
It's been that intense since the fucking Lost Spire.
That was awesome.
Oh yeah, fuck.
So, where do you guys want to go now?
Is library, I think.
Well, do we
Or do
want
you
to go
wanna
back in the tower? There was
You want to go
that
back in the
door.
tower?
Oh right.
brief
A short
interlude,
rest or
but we're
something.
back on track.
All right, so back at the conjuration tower.
Sure, yeah.
Because
Alright,
we're still on
touch-
the floor. Of
I was
right?
gonna say, while we're right here, we might as well go back and.
Yeah, I mean like the other tower, right?
Yeah, the real one.
Yeah, so you touch the thing, teleport again. You all arrive in the study where all the little arcane circles are, and they're back. Chaco Shaggy wants to kill you. You know, this dude's still fucking like shouting.
Ah, this guy again.
You can
Fucking
say
guy.
you can say the magic word, and you want to go to the conjuration study, the study of this wizard. All right, so you guys make your way back. Study of this wizard guy. You have a feeling you got everything you needed out of that other room. I mean, there wasn't very much else. Some books and stuff. Nothing like of important. But there is one more door here.
Yeah, that's the one we'll go through then.
Okay. So as you open the door, you will see a large, basically empty chamber with 4 pillars surrounding a large, glowing red magic circle. A dark creature is hunched over inside of this red glowing circle. And the entire room is filled with a supernatural darkness. It's sort of not like super dark, but like a shadow, right? Like all of the colors are muted. It's like as if there's just a big shadow looming over this whole room. And there's this big fucking thing, and you can't barely see it because it's hunched over. That's all that's in this room.
Thinking friend or foe here, kid.
Dude. Look at it.
What he said.
As you speak, you will see the creature.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I couldn't remember what it's called.
Soul Eater, Death Stealer.
Yeah.
Jim.
So
His name is Jim.
so foul that it's outcast by other demons. You will see a creature that looks like this, right? But also like this, right? A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, right? And it will lurch towards the edge of the summoning circle, the magic circle,
I'll step
sort
in front of Gabar.
and it'll sort of bounce off the edge.
Okay.
And it will hiss and speak in abyssal.
What does it say?
I can smell the fear in your souls, mortals. It smells delicious. Come, sir. My eyes have not seen another being in some time.
I don't know what happens to a soul that's tied up in the deal if this thing gets to it. So let's find out, maybe. What was the wizard doing to you?
His little experiments. He envied my power. I would not give it to him. But I would give it to you, mortal. Be clever. Release me from this prison. I will reward you.
So you guys see Quintus sort of approach this circle, and this demon is like talking to him in really like hushed, sort of dark, nasty sounding language.
Deals with devils are bad enough. Demons are even worse.
You say that in Abyssal, so you can
In common to
Common.
the rest of the group.
Sapphira steps up, her axe in her hands. She steps up to Quintus, but not necessarily in like a "I'm going to attack you if you decide to do this deal," but like in a
just watching.
I'm just keeping track of you.
Listen, I'm not gonna release this thing. It is far too dangerous just from the name of it. So
The demon sort of chuckles.
I say,
at
I'll
Sapphira.
say to her, like, I'll say to Quintus, like, "No, you're not dumb enough to do 2 deals in one day,
I've had a couple weeks.
or a couple days, I should say."
Although, Gabar, if you're interested, there might be a loophole where you just banish this thing, and that fulfills the agreement.
Please release it. Please release it. Do it.
I think
But,
we could take a
Do
demon.
it.
I
Yeah, I love that. I love that for you. I love that so much for you. These motherfuckers are no joke. I just want to I know I've already said it twice. Other demons think these things are too bad.
Yeah, demons
Other
only respect
demons-
strength, and it's too strong for them.
Too strong. They're like, no, get away.
We can take him.
I appreciate the recommendation, Quintus. I think I might be passing on this one. It
Very
looks perfectly safe where he's at. Not eating our souls over there, with us alive over here.
Let's leave before emotions alter from this very stable state.
You like turn your back on it.
Yeah.
Be clever, mortal. Release me. Do it.
Being very clever and walking away.
Release me. Release me. He's like screaming now, and all of you can hear this fucking voice has power to it, right? Like even the words that are coming from its mouth radiate malice, right? It's like super terrifying. And he's like screaming shit like, "I'll cleave your soul from your useless body," you know, like just screaming at the top of his lungs.
Sapphira follows Quintus.
Yep. No, no, no. You know, he's like really pissed off.
Or
As go ahead.
Sucks.
just gonna say on the way out, I think Big Smile would pull the whatever the guy's name from downstairs is.
Right.
Just like point at him.
Sure. He's screaming. I think Quintus, before you like step through the portal, if you're leaving, the demon will say like, "I'm eternal. I will find you." You'll regret this type of shit. Like you just signed the fucking death warrant.
I
Hey.
have to take it up with Levistus for that.
Yeah,
I know. I know somebody else who's coming along who might just take you up on that deal.
Get his
All words for
line.
somebody in a room. It's all words for somebody bound in a room.
All right, cool. All right. God, these things are so cool.
My soul is spoken for.
I'm already taken.
I have a boyfriend.
Is Forbidden's a bard spell?
All right, so you guys leave this area, right? Cool. You return back to this one. Jaku, whatever his name is, like, yeah, let's go.
Still
Let's fucking go.
This fucking guy again.
Let's
Bro.
fucking go. Let's do this.
I know he's evil, but I love this guy's energy. Like, I want to see a little bit of this and all of you guys, actually. Like, we could take a page out of the playbook here, boys.
It's so Yugoloth to be like, I want to kill you. I want to kill you so fucking bad.
Let me at him.
Let me fucking try.
Can we take this thing? I guess it's no. We should save the spells. All
He's
right.
like, no, you can't take me, bitch. I'm gonna kill you. Okay,
Oh,
we,
man.
we gotta have a little fun. All right, so what is the next thing you guys want to do?
Got to be library, yeah.
Yeah, I'm good to go to the library now.
Since it's getting late, do you guys want to head towards the library?
Sure.
Mhm.
Cool. Guys over to make sure there's no real encounters on your way to the library. You might see some more dystopian propaganda, but I think you guys are trying to get the gist. It's dystopian propaganda. So, as you guys, I will approach what you think to be the library. This colossal building has many lofty turrets in a state of disrepair. The ground below littered with their rubble. A giant-sized door at the base of the structure stands slightly ajar. So it's basically like it is a huge multi-storied building with these towers that are sort of crumbled and are in disrepair. And this is like a huge building. This thing makes the fucking museum look like dwarfs it, right? This thing is huge. And there are these giant-sized doors. And I think on either side of these giant-sized doors are statues that are made of gold, right? And it's not like, as you look at them, you can see that they're like damaged and stuff like that. And they're not like painted gold or covered in gold or like a polished bronze. They are made from gold, right? And they are these same sort of creatures that you've seen before, the library golems, but they are statues of them. These big sort of hunched over creatures where their hands sort of dangle over towards the ground. They're obviously some sort of construct, and their head is sort of hung low, and they have this almost featureless mask on, right? Very simple, like porcelain doll sort of face. And you guys sort of see the statues on either side ascend a short staircase to a giant-sized stone double door that's slightly ajar. And that's where we'll end the session.
Awesome.
Woo. Fucking
Thanks.
spicy one.
Cool.
Good job, guys.
Just for just because I don't want to wait to tell you guys about this, those Nabasu demons are so fucking awesome. And they are frequently summoned by conjurers to be studied and stuff like that. But the thing about them is, like, they want more than anything for a conjuration wizard to summon them, because if they can escape, it's a fucking free for all, right? Like they
Feeding
will.
frenzy.
It's a feeding frenzy. They will annihilate like a whole, like a genocide.
Yeah,
You know,
10
like-
towns would be.
Yes, in an instant.
Like
Yeah,
a party of like level 9 characters like couldn't beat that thing.
Oh, maybe, but it would be a fucking
Maybe,
tough fight.
yeah.
They're pretty tough, but you know.
Let
It only
me,
ate half our souls before it went down.
Let me double check the CR of them. Okay, well, they're CR 15, but I probably would buff them up because the lore makes them sound a lot scarier. But CR 15 is still fucking disgusting, and they
Yeah,
like
that's still
they eat your
tougher than a
souls and
storm
shit.
giant.
Yeah, and they like eat your souls and shit. I imagine it if it gets released, it's like one of those biblical plagues,
Oh shit.
right? Where it just like has these big ass bat wings and it just flies over and just sucks souls out of people's bodies.
The old old vampire movie wasn't like was it Nosferatu? Like that one black and white scene of that one devil thing flying over the city, you know?
Yes,
kind of
it's
thing.
very much that thing. I thought they were so cool. I started researching them. I was like, holy fucking shit, these things are terrifying. So,
Did you
yeah.
know it'd be another fun thing for your podcast, like rating your favorite like NPCs or just like characters in any of the adventures that you guys come across? If there's anyone like particularly memorable or like with a funny like backstory or something.
But anyways, that was the campaign for today.
Sweet.
That was the session for today. Hope everybody had so much fun.
Are we good for next week? 27.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Brendan.
Yeah, probably not.
Right.
Oh.
Okay.
So I don't know. Yeah, it's
That's
just
okay.
gonna be the
We can take the
library.
week.
So
Well, we can take the week. I would rather take the week. I love Geo and everything. This library's pretty awesome.
Yeah, the
Right.
library. I feel like Quintus is kind of important for that part.
Then let's do the forest. No, I'm just kidding.
I think it would be good if everybody got to experience that.
Yeah.
We'll take a week off for Christmas, New Year break,
Or
and then
do your Christmas one shot.
I'm not running around. I have so much on my fucking plate right now that
Yeah.
honestly a week off would just be such a relief.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't know if I
Fair
have
enough.
time to prep
So-
a one shot this time. Sorry.
All right.
So I won't be
so-
able to do anything.
Yeah,
Sweet.
the third. It's fine.
Yeah, see you guys in the new year then.
Yeah. New
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
New year, new game.
Awesome.
cool, man.
Same-
That's
same game.
exciting.
All right, that
Been
was
a good year,
episode
another-
69.
Another good
Oh
year.
man, what a
of,
memorable
Round of Frost.
episode.
What?
Super nice.
Good to
What
We
end
did
off
talk
on
about
episode
penises
69.
a lot.
Yeah,
More
I was
than
gonna say
usual.
there was something in the water today.
There were some pretty iconic lines in this one. We're all syncing up
Yeah,
from
they all
the
synced up.
female
Oh god,
PCs.
that was rough.
Pretty hilarious.
I'd almost forgotten about it.
Yeah, big
Uh,
uncircumcised penis energy.
yeah,
Pretty
yeah,
iconic line.
yeah, that whole game was. Everybody took inspiration for that really tense scene, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, that was awesome.
that was good.
awesome.
I need to
It
start
looked-
using my inspiration more.
Yeah, fuck's sake. Illiken's
All right.
gonna come back in the new year and hear the like recap and be like, "What the fuck did you guys do last session?"
You guys killed each other? Doesn't Illiken have calm emotions?
Oh yeah,
I think V
I
has
do.
it.
Oh, V
But
has it. Okay.
he's
But she wasn't
fucking-
using it.
Okay. I thought it was Illiken. I was makes sense.
All right.
Honestly, it's funny you mentioned that. That was definitely something she was about to do.
Mm.
She was heavily considering it.
Nate, I gotta say, like bitchy V, so well played. I enjoyed it a lot. Chris couldn't help laughing. I think in character, everyone was like a little scared, but it was really well done.
Eric
you.
playing boss level of hateable.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh god, what would Boss be like in here?
Oh,
Christ.
just
Oh.
insufferable.
I think his head would explode from ego.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I had
All right,
lots
guys.
of fun, guys.
Yeah,
Cheers.
great session. I'll talk to
Yeah.
y'all in a couple
Yeah.
weeks.
Happy
I'll
Merry
see you
Christmas.
guys.
Christmas.
Yeah,
Happy
Merry
New Year.
Christmas,
Christmas.
everybody.
All right,
Cheers,
later.
boys.
Happy New Year.
Toodaloo.
See y'all later. Bye.